season long, you could guess, is it going to be Brett Jody? Is it going to be a pitcher? Oh no. It's my boss, my play-by-play partner, Mark Shorts. Mark, welcome into the pregame show, my friend. If you don't know, Mark is the play-by-play broadcaster for the very first time this season, so we're very excited to have you on because you've been with this team all season long. From the preseason, you saw these guys come in, and now you're here. Just a quick summary. What has the season been like to you?
The season's been great. It's been so much fun. I had high expectations coming into the year. This is a team that's always had a lot of success, both winning and just good clubhouse camaraderie. And it's my first experience really getting a chance to travel with the team and getting to know the coaches on a personal basis, the players on a personal basis, and it's just been an absolute blast so far.
Awesome. Now let's take it back. Now let's let the fans get to know their play-by-play voice, Mark Schwartz. You've been with the team for a number of years prior to this, right?
I have. This is now my third year.
Excellent. And those first 2 years, you were doing a little more video stuff, a little more behind-the-scenes stuff, but you're a broadcast guy through and through. So when the position opens up, you knew you had your sights set on it, right?
Yeah, I was excited once there was an opportunity to take over as a play-by-play guy. I mean, it's something that I've done in the past. I've experienced at a couple of different teams at different levels of baseball. So once the opportunity presented itself, it was something that I couldn't really pass up. It's always been my passion. I love, going on the radio, and I always enjoy the aspect of trying to give a story for everything that's going on in the ballgame. I like to, I'm not talented enough to be on the field, so this is my way of being affiliated with sports and trying to present a story for all of our listeners, around the world that are tuning into the Patriots broadcast, so they can get a sense of how I want to sort of relay the message and everything that's going on in the field.
I said to you, we're in that role, and you're getting ready for the season now. All, the fun, I got the job, it's over. Now it's time to get down to business. You have players and contractors coming in left and right. You're trying to do your broadcast. Probably you didn't know that some of these guys wouldn't be here for all too long, but leading up to the broadcast, was it a little overwhelming? What was it like?
It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was overwhelming. It was certainly an adjustment. During the course of the entire off season, as some of our viewers might know, it's all sales here. Yeah. Everything's about sales. But once it hit the new year, and then we got into January, then John Hunted started making some signings. We started seeing some names coming in and realized, okay, well now I have to at least somewhat get ready for broadcasting. I have to make it seem like I don't know anything, but I have to make it seem like I know something. But I would write down notes, and I would do extensive research on every guy that we signed at the time, when it helped sort of segment the off season. But I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a situation where right before the season we were cramming everything that we needed to know in. So it gave me an opportunity. All right, I would study 3 players intently a week. I would go through everything that I could possibly find on them, write it all down, because I knew, in 3 weeks from now, I'm not going to remember everything that I researched about Justin Wright. Sure. Or I'm not going to remember everything that I researched about Alex Goen, but now I'm going to write it down so I know, okay, I wrote down a bunch of notes on Wright back in the end of January. Now here we are at the end of March, and I've had all these other people that we've signed, and now I can go back like, oh, that's right, he was teammates with Ronnie Shaban for 3 seasons in the Cardinals organization, played with him in Virginia Tech. All those little sort of anecdotes, those little tidbits of information that wound up working out pretty well.
Comes back up. Whether it be on the road, at home, you're trying to get to know these guys. You obviously want to know some things, give some little tidbits on the broadcast. And a big thing for broadcasters everywhere is having a relationship with the manager. Now, luckily here at Somerset, you have a guy in Brett Jody who's been here for a number of years, not as a manager, as a pitching coach, as a player. What's your relationship like with Brett? And I'll preface with this: how nice is it to have a good relationship with Brett?
I have a very good relationship with Brett. Brett is a tremendous guy. He's a tremendous manager. And again, I've said it a couple of times already, but it makes my job a lot easier. Brett has an open door in the clubhouse, so if ever I need to go in and I have a question about if a pitcher's on a pitch count, or how's somebody looking as of late, or what kind of trends are you looking for, or is somebody hurt, what's going on? He's an open book. He understands the relationship where he's got a job to do, I've got a job to do. Let's make sure that we're able to work symbiotically together to make sure that everything runs smoothly. And Brett's a lot of fun on the road also. If you see the clubhouse being loose, it starts from the top down. And Brett's always been a player's coach. The players love to play for him. He lets everyone sort of be themselves, and that includes the broadcaster. Lets me be myself. Of course, when you're on the road, what happens is that you get you have a little back and forth with the managers and the players, where there's a little tet for tet, and sometimes I'll get made fun of, sometimes the players will get made fun of, but it's all in good fun. I mean, these are guys that are spending every living moment with each other, and if there isn't a little bit of ragging back and forth, then you're probably not doing your job. But Brett keeps it loose, and it's a really enjoyable experience working with him and getting to travel with the team and just working for the team in general.
It's a great team to be around. So it really seems like you've assimilated yourself perfectly to the Somerset organization, being the voice, being a face on this franchise. So if you don't mind, I'm going to tilt it away from you for just a moment.
That's fine.
And we're going to take a look at this team. I'm going to start with saying, Are you kidding me? You've got the chance to broadcast how many walk-off hits this season?
11.
11.
Yeah.
Is there anything you've ever seen like this before, either for a team you've watched, a team you've covered before? I mean,
no. It was really amazing, and a lot of those walk-offs happened, almost consecutively over the first half, and then we had 3 walk-offs against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs during our last homestand. It's just a situation where, these guys are so competitive and they're so motivated, even after clinching the first half championship. They're so motivated to go out because, and I've said it on the air before, baseball is a fraternity.
Oh, yeah.
These guys in the Patriots clubhouse know the guys they're playing against in other clubhouses. And when you get on the field, you forget that you already clinched the championship. Right. You're going up against your opponent, and you want to win that ball game. And these guys have showed such resolve over the course of the season, where there's situations where they might be trailing late or leading early, and then tied up or whatever. But they come up in late game situations. They've showed a lot of clutch, a lot of chutzpah, a lot of moxie.
So we'll take a look forward now. It's a team that maybe they've struggled a bit as of recently, but there's a lot of really good pieces on this team so far. It's been a tough stretch, but what do you like at this team? Some things that are different in the second half. The additions like Justin Trapp, the bullpen has some major league arms. Expand a little on what's the strength going forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of strengths for this team. I mean, we've seen the offense struggle a little bit, but there's been a lot of new names that have come in that have added some extra fight to this team. Justin Trapp, you mentioned, he's a guy that has awesome versatility. He could play at second base, shortstop, he could play in the outfield. He's a speed demon along the base paths. He would like to get on base a little more than he has been so far, but once he gets on base, he is always a threat to take off. You mentioned the bullpen also. I mean, look at all the major league arms that John Hunted and Brett Jody have brought in recently. Dustin Mollican, Dustin Antolin, AJ Ochter. Those are all guys that pitched in the major leagues last year, and now they're pitching at the back end of this bullpen. And there's some strong arms in the starting rotation as well. I mean, there's guys like Lucas Irvin, who over the last couple of months, he's become one of the best pitchers in the Atlantic League. I mean, he's turned into the ace of the staff after some other guys had their contract purchased, which is a whole other thing, how impressive that's been for the Patriots this year. But Irvin has done a great job stepping into more of this ace of this staff role, and you have guys like Efrain Nieves who stepped up, Will Oliver who stepped up as well. So there's a lot of strength moving forward. Of course, you'd like to see some more runs being put on the board. There were 10 runs that were scored in Game 2 yesterday, but overall, there's a lot to like about this team. And then as we get closer to the middle and end of September, Brett will start to, shore up how he likes the lineup being posted, who he likes playing where, and who he likes batting in front of or behind different players, and then we'll get ready for that fun postseason.
Yeah, it's certainly exciting to see. The team may be struggling a bit, but there's so many strong pieces. It's just going to ratchet up going down the season. It should be an awesome way to end the season. But for you, Mark, what is a perfect ending for the last 2 months of Mark Schwartz's first season as a Somerset Patriots broadcaster?
Atlantic League Championship. Easy.
Sounds good to me. Patriots fans, there you have it. Play-by-play man, the voice of the Somerset Patriots, Mark Schwartz. Mark, thank you for being on the SPN.TV pregame show.
Yeah,
hopefully not the last time, but that's going to be it for the SPN.TV pregame show. I'm actually going to throw it over to this guy right here. Get ready for Patriots baseball right here, right now on SPN.TV.
Good evening and welcome to TD Bank Ballpark here in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where tonight your Somerset Patriots, they take on the York Revolution for the final game of a 3-game series in an interdivision matchup of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball, with all of the action heard exclusively here on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Well, welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. My name is Mark Schwartz. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Of course, we have the live video on SPN.TV, as well as our Facebook account, facebook.com/Somerset Patriots, as well as our YouTube account, youtube.com/Somerset Patriots as well. So we very much appreciate all of our listeners, both on the radio and on video, as well as we bring you the action for the series finale between the Patriots and the York Revolution. We had 2 games yesterday between these two teams. There was a lot of baseball. In fact, over 4 hours of baseball was played right here at the Jewel of the Atlantic League yesterday. And after those 4 hours of baseball were done, we wound up having basically a tie between the two teams. The Revolution, they took Game 1, a 4-1 victory over the Patriots, helped out in large part by a 3-run rally in the top of the 7th inning. And in Game 2, the Patriots bats, they exploded. A 10-run outburst for Somerset. They defeated the Revolution 10-3 and took Game 2. So with that, we now get ready for Game 3. And with that also being said, the Patriots, they have now taken the field. It's David Kubiak on the mound. He normally works pretty quickly, which means that it's now time for us to take a breather for the national anthem. But when we come back, we'll dive a little deeper into this matchup, go over the TD Bank starting lineups, set the pitchers matchup, and get ready for first pitch between the Somerset Patriots and the York Revolution, all coming up next on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Perfect. And welcome back to TD Bank Ballpark as we creep closer and closer to first pitch tonight in the series finale between the Somerset Patriots and the York Revolution. A lot going on at TD Bank Ballpark tonight. We have, of course, a post-game fireworks show. It is presented by the Somerset Healthcare Foundation. We also have Girl Scout night as well, so we had a bunch of Girl Scouts laid out on the field presenting the colors for our nation before the game as well. So a lot going on here at TD Bank Ballpark. And in addition to all of that, we also have a game to play, which means it's time now to go over the TD Bank starting lineup. First, for the visiting York Revolution. Hitting a curveball is hard. That's why there are no curveballs at TD Bank. They make it easy. Stop by and say hi. One human to another. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank. Member FDIC, TD Bank, NA. Well, the York Revolution, they're managed by Mark Mason, and their lineup today reads somewhat similar to the lineup that they put out in Game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. It's similar because, in fact, I believe it's the identical lineup that they put out in Game 1 yesterday. Alonzo Harris leads off at center field. Alexi Casilla bats second at second base. Isaiah Tejada is the number 3 batter behind home plate. Michael Burgess, the cleanup batter of the ballgame, he bats fourth as the designated hitter. Telvin Nash over at first base batting 5th. And left field, Daron Verona batting 6th. In right field, it's Jared Mitchell batting 7th. Hitting 8th is Carlos Trienfeld, former major leaguer, gets the start at the hot corner. And rounding up the order for the Revolution is Ryan Dent. He bats 9th at shortstop. As those 9 gentlemen, they will work on the mound against David Kubiak for the Patriots. A 5-8 record, 3.82 earned run average this season. 96 2/3 innings of work. Kubiak has struck out 99 batters against just 27 walks, while opponents are hitting .227 against the first-year Patriot. A second-year Atlantic Leaguer, pitched with the Bridgeport Bluefish last year, and he has enjoyed a fine season so far this season with the Patriots. So with all that being said, we are now ready for baseball. It is Alonzo Harris that'll step into the right-handed batter's box to lead off this ballgame. A right-handed batter to work against David Kubiak from the windup, the first pitch tonight. It's a fastball. It's in there for a called strike. We're officially underway at 7:06 p.m. Eastern time on a beautiful evening for baseball in central New Jersey. 0-1 from Kubiak. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans continuing to file in here at the Jewel of the Atlantic League for what promises to be another special evening of baseball here. Kubiak winds and fires. It's a 1-1 breaking ball. Harris swings over it. Falls behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harris, a .324 batter so far this season. 15 home runs, 49 runs batted in. Enjoying a very strong season. Curveball here misses low from Kubiak. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talked about it on the last couple of broadcasts, but Harris has a strong power to speed ratio going on. It's those 15 home runs alongside 18 stolen bases as well for the leadoff man for the Revs. 2-2 pitch from Kubiak. Fastball in there for a called third strike. Harris disagrees. Kubiak gets his first strikeout of the ballgame. It's of the looking variety. There's 1 away here in the top of the first. So we'll set the defense for the Somerset Patriots. In the outfield from left to right, it's Aaron Eggleston, Justin Pacioli, and Carlos Guzman gets a start in right field. Around the horn, Mark Minikazi at third, Alfredo Rodriguez at short, Justin Trapp at second, Christian Marrero over at first base, and Jovan Gonzalez behind home with David Kubiak on the mound. There's 1 out, nobody on in the top of the first. Former Major Leaguer Alexi Casilla steps in, takes a first pitch curveball, misses a bit low, bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Casilla, a switch hitter. He'll bat from the left side here against the righty Kubiak. 1-0 fastball right down the middle. Casilla taking all the way. 1 ball and 1 strike. Casilla hitting an impressive .371 so far this season for the Revs. 1-1 from Kubiak misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. A .371 batting average with 1 home run and 21 runs batted in. 2-1 coming from Kubiak. Grounded over towards the right side. It's fielded by Christian Marrero at first. He'll take it himself to the bag. And there's quickly 2 away. The Patriots today wearing their traditional home white jerseys, white pants, and then the single-tone navy cap with a navy brim, while the York Revolution in their alternate road black jersey. So it's a black jersey with gray pants and a single-tone black cap with a black brim with gray numbers and lettering going across the chest and on the back for the Revs. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the first inning. There's no score, just underway here at TD Bank Ballpark. Up to the plate now comes Isaias Tejeda, a .311 batter with 13 home runs, 59 runs batted in. Right-handed batter against the righty Kubiak. First pitch breaking ball out in front and the count 0-1. So Kubiak breaking off a 77-mile-per-hour curveball there. Gets Tejeda swinging a little early. No balls and 1 strike. From the windup here, the 0-1. Another breaking ball. This one misses low. It's spiked in front of home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. To the right-handed hitting Tejeda, who's a .311 batter. Very impressive season. That .311 average, 6th best in the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. The 1-1. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The umpires for today's ball game, a slightly different setup than what we had during yesterday's doubleheader. It's Fred DeJesus behind home. Warren Nicholson at first and Silvio Martinez over at third. 2-1 from Kubiak. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball there. Had Tejeda well out in front. Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. In the top of the first inning, we're just underway in tonight's series finale. Kubiak stares into Gonzalez. Works from the windup. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded softly over towards second. Dropping to a knee is Justin Trapp. He fields, fires it onto first, and that'll do it for the Revs in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the bottom of the first, there's no score on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
I would imagine behavioral health care would be,
Behavioral health care?
heard of it, but I don't know.
I really couldn't tell you the difference.
Help with their emotional and mental health?
I'm not really sure.
Carrier Clinic thinks differently about behavioral health care, applying new scientific advances to treat mental illness and addiction, replacing routine care programs with alternative treatments and new measurable levels of compassionate care. For the best in behavioral health care, think Carrier.
I'm hearing you right now as you're currently speaking, yes. Okay, that's fine. Bottom of the first inning here at TD Bank Ballpark. Mark Schwartz on ESPN.TV, also on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. There's no score, so we'll set the TD Bank starting lineup for the hosting Somerset Patriots. It's Alfredo Rodriguez to lead off. Aaron Eggleston bats second, Justin Pacioli third. Kyle Roller is the Raritan Building Services cleanup batter of the ballgame. Raritan Building Services, we don't cut corners, we clean them. Christian Marrero hits fifth, Mark Minikazi sixth. Carlos Guzman 7th, Yovan Gonzalez 8th. And rounding up the order for the Patriots is Justin Trapp batting 9th as they work against Jay Gauss on the mound here for the Revolution. 7-1 on the season with a 2.39 ERA. Over 52 2/3 innings of work. He has struck out 49 batters against 19 walks. Opponents hitting just .226 against Gauss. It has been a strong season so far for him. A big righty works on the mound against the right-handed hitting Alfredo Rodriguez from the windup. First pitch here in the bottom of the first inning. It's a fastball in there for a called strike, 0-1. Gauss stands at 6'2", 260 pounds on the mound here for the Revs in his first season in the Atlantic League. Fastball at the knees to Rodriguez for a called strike, 0-2. Gauss making his 12th appearance of the season, this being his 9th start. Actually made his first 2 appearances of the year against the Somerset Patriots. 0-2 pitch to Rodriguez, misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So it's Alfredo at the plate here. He's a .242 batter. Still looking for his first home run, but 22 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch to Rodriguez, line towards right center field. Back goes Alonzo Harris. He's able to run it down, and there's 1 away. So we'll set the defense for the York Revolution here in the bottom of the first inning. In the outfield, moving from left to right, it's Daron Verona, Alonzo Harris, and Jared Mitchell. Around the horn, Carlos Trienfeld at third, Ryan Dent at short, Alexi Casilla at second, Telvin Nash at first, and Isaias Tejeda is behind home plate. With Jay Gauss on the mound, here he'll work against Aaron Eggleston with 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the first. There's no score here between the Patriots and the Revolution. David Kubiak worked a 14-pitch 1-2-3 top of the first. And now Gauss delivers a fastball at the knees here to Aaron Eggleston. No balls and 1 strike to the left-handed 2017 Atlantic League All-Star. 0-1 to Aaron, misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eggleston hitting just .251 this year, 2 home runs, 31 RBI. His batting average isn't exactly where he'd like it to be as he bluffs a bunt, takes a curveball for a strike, 1-2. He's certainly had his struggles over his last 10 ball games, but had a productive game 1 yesterday, went 2 for 3, including a home run in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 here, swing, and he got a piece of it. The play is ruled dead by the home plate umpire, Fred DeJesus. So Eggleston just able to get a piece of that foul ball to stay alive, as the ball then hit the dirt after tipping off the bat of Eggleston. So once again, the 1-2 pitch. Grounded foul down the first base line. Not a cloud in the sky here at TD Bank Ballpark for the series finale and the final game of this 6-game homestand. After this homestand comes to a close, the Patriots tomorrow, in fact, they'll hit the road for a brief 4-game weekend set against the Lancaster Barnstormers. 1-2 curveball to Eggleston, misses low and inside. He checked his swing. There was an appeal, but certainly did not go around. And this is an interesting stretch in the schedule for the Patriots as they've exclusively been playing against Freedom Division rivals for the last couple of weeks, and that'll continue this weekend. Eggleston fouls off another breaking ball from Gauss. Had, of course, the 4-game series, one homestand to go that they swept the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, then had the 6-game road trip down to Sugar Land, and then a homestand here where they welcomed in the Blue Crabs and then the Revs. as Eggleston here takes a fastball on the inside corner for a called third strike. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Up to the plate now comes Justin Pacioli. It's the first strikeout of the ballgame for Jay Gauss. So the Patriots, they had the Blue Crabs and the Revs on this homestand, and then they travel to play the Lancaster Barnstormers, who right now not only have the best record in the second half, they actually own the best overall record this season in the Atlantic League. There'll be 4 games at Clipper Magazine Stadium starting tomorrow. Pacioli steps in, and the first pitch fastball here misses upstairs 1-0. And then after the brief 4-game road trip comes to a close, Somerset will come back home and welcome in the Long Island Ducks for 4 games over 3 days next week. Fastball grooves in for a called strike here to Pacioli, 1-1. But before we get underway with all of that, of course, the Patriots are playing against the Revs tonight. 1-1 pitch here to Pacioli, swing and a miss. Justin out in front of that breaking ball, a ball and 2 strikes now. Pacioli hitting .297 this season with no home runs and 24 runs batted in. A right-handed batter against the righty Gauss from the windup, the 1-2. Misses well outside. It actually gets past Tejeda and rolls to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So an impressive first inning so far for Gauss. He's retired the first 2 batters. Has thrown now 16 pitches. About to throw his 17th. From the windup, he stares into Tejeda, the 2-2. Breaking ball, grounded softly over towards short. Tough play for Dent on the backhand. Throw across the diamond. Will not be in time. Pacioli beats it out for an infield single, something he's done with regularity so far this year. And Pacioli gets on base with 2 out in the bottom of the first inning. That'll set the stage for Kyle Roller. Well, it was a tough chance there for Dent. Off the bat, if you know Pacioli, you know that he's hustling out of the box. It was a softly hit grounder that Dent had to range to his right, field on the backhand, and instead of planting his feet or maybe circling around the ball, he fielded it with his momentum carrying him away from first base. And with Pacioli's speed, despite an accurate throw from Dent, there was no chance he was going to throw out Pacioli there. So now Roller steps in, and the first pitch curveball from Gauss in for a called strike, 0-1. We'll see if Pacioli's tempted to try to take off here in the top of the first inning. He has 30 stolen bases on the season. That ranks 3rd most in the Atlantic League. He's only been caught stealing twice. Decent-sized lead off of first. The 0-1 to Roller at the knees for a called strike, 0-2. Pacioli held on by Telvin Nash. See if he wants to test the arm of Isaiah Tejeda, another 2017 Atlantic League All-Star. He's been mighty impressive so far this year. 0-2 to Roller, slapped to third, but one of the only fielders playing on the left side of the infield, Carlos Trienfeld, had it lined up perfectly, and that retires the side. So no runs for the Patriots on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the second. There's no score on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
We the people are tired of being surprised with extra monthly fees. We want HD and every box and DVR all included. Because we don't like surprises.
Yes, like changing up the celebrity at the end to someone more handsome and talented.
Really?
And British.
Switch from cable to DirecTV. Get an all-included package for $25 a month. And for a limited time, get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
Visit NJ.com, the #1 local source for news and information about New Jersey and our communities, from our schools to our streets, our city halls, high school sports, and pro sports. NJ.com, small news, big news, true Jersey. Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit them at tristateford.com today for more information. Michael Burgess leads off the top of the second inning for the Revolution. Grounds the first pitch foul from David Kubiak. No balls and 1 strike. Kubiak threw 14 pitches to work his way through a 1-2-3 top of the first. So here in the second will be Michael Burgess, followed by Telvin Nash and Dayron Verona. Burgess, a left-handed batter, of course. Say it every time he plays against the Patriots, but he is a former Somerset Patriot. Spent 2015 here at the Jewel of the Atlantic League. Curveball misses low and inside to Burgess. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big left-handed batter, 272 hitter this season with 12 home runs and 49 runs batted in. 1-1 coming from Kubiak, misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. He has what a lot of players on both sides are striving so desperately for this season, an Atlantic League championship ring. Won it with the Patriots in 2015. 2-1 pitch coming from Kubiak. Fouled off. Out of play down the third base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burgess, that 2015 season with the Patriots, he went .251 from the plate, but 15 home runs and 59 runs batted in, coming over 84 games, including some solid production in the postseason as well. Had production in that first round against the Long Island Ducks. 2-2 here, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice breaking ball there from Kubiak, gets Burgess out in front. That's the second strikeout of the ballgame for Kubiak, a guy who, coming into today, ranked 3rd in the Atlantic League in strikeouts. He is now north of the century mark. His strikeout of Alonzo Harris to begin this ballgame was his 100th of the season, and now he's at 101. Simple math will dictate 99 plus 2 does in fact equal 101. That was his first strikeout of the swinging variety today. So 1 out, nobody on. Now to the plate comes Telvin Nash. First pitch breaking ball there from Kubiak, in for a called strike, 0-1. Once again, quickly from the windup, another curveball, and once again, Nash swings over it. Falls behind in the count, 0-2. Telvin Nash hitting .302 this season with 4 home runs and 11 runs batted in. He's only played in 11 games so far for the Revolution. Takes an 0-2 fastball inside here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Patriots have only seen him for 1 game. He played in Game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader, went 0 for 3 from the plate, but has certainly had a lot of production in not a lot of time so far. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Another off-speed pitch there from Kubiak. That looked more like a changeup. Once again, it's Nash going down swinging. He struck out a pair of times back in Game 1 yesterday. 3rd strikeout of the ballgame for Kubiak. 2 out, nobody on. Now in the top of the second inning, and Dayron Verona will step in. Verona, a right-handed batter to work against Kubiak here. First pitch coming, and it's a fastball that misses outside, 1-0. And this is only the second time that the Patriots will see Verona. He did not play in Game 2 yesterday, but he did play in Game 1. Went 1 for 2 from the plate, was also hit by a pitch. Pops up the 1-0 delivery from Kubiak. It goes out to shallow center. Out goes Trapp. He's called off by Pacioli, who makes a one-handed catch to the left of his body. And that retires the side. A quick 1-2-3 inning for David Kubiak. There's no score. We'll head to the bottom of the second on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Piscataway getting set for kickoff. The ball is loose. That's a live football. It's recovered by Rutger for the touchdown. Throw deep, a man all alone. And he's still on his feet. There he goes. No one's going to catch
It's time to bank human again with TD Bank. With TD Convenience Checking, all it takes is a daily minimum balance of $100 to avoid a monthly maintenance fee. TD Bank also offers the longest hours and a free debit card on the spot. Stop in today to open an account. Visit them at tdbank.com/checking or give them a ring at 888-751-9000. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. It's the bottom of the second inning. Christian Marrero leads off for Somerset. Takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike from Jay Gauss. The 0-1 misses upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. It'll be Marrero followed by Mark Minikazi and Carlos Guzman. 5, 6, 7 batters due up for the Patriots here with no score against the York Revolution. 1-1 coming from Gauss. It's lined over towards right field, and it drops in front of Jared Mitchell. Christian Marrero with the first base hit of the ballgame. He's the first base runner. That's not true. He's the second base hit and the second base runner because Pacioli had a 2-out hit in the bottom of the first. I caught myself that time. Kudos to me. So it's Marrero off of first. Certainly nice to see Marrero with an base hit in his first at bat. Entered as a 283 batter. So he'll lead off of first, held on by Telvin Nash. And now it'll be Mark Minikazi to step in. A right-handed batter to work against Gauss. First pitch fastball's right there, down the middle for a called strike 0-1. Minikazi with a pair of home runs, 17 runs batted in his first season with the Somerset Patriots. He played with the Long Island Ducks last year. Marrero off of first. Gauss from the stretch. Fastball here misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Minikazi over his 21 games with the Ducks last year hit .356 with 4 home runs and 15 RBI. 1-1 swing and a miss. Minikazi falls behind in the count 1-2. So Somerset looking for some of that same production that Minikazi gave Long Island last year before he wound up going down with an injury and missed the rest of the season. And Minikazi certainly had his flashes of very strong play with the Patriots. He's had a very strong time over at third base defensively. Fastball here from Gauss misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But as of right now, the hitting hasn't exactly been there for Minikazi. He's just 4 for 33 over his last 11 ball games. Looks like he's got a new bat at the plate. Looks like a brand new, like reddish-brown single-tone bat as he grounds the fastball foul down the third base line towards the Revolution dugout. Count still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Minikazi off of first, not really a threat to take off. He has, in fact, not even attempted a stolen base yet this season. Soft lead, middle infield plays at double play depth. Gauss from the stretch, 2-2 fastball at the knees for a called third strike. Minikazi disagrees. DeJesus rings him up, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning to bring Carlos Guzman to the plate. Second strikeout for Gauss. Both have been of the looking variety for a right-handed pitcher who is, again, in his first season as a member of the Atlantic League. Had 49 strikeouts over 52 2/3 coming into today. Works against the left-handed hitting Guzman here. Swings over the breaking ball and falls behind 0-1. And Gauss is an interesting story. I mean, he joined the Revolution this season straight from the United Shore Professional Baseball League. A guy who did not have a lot of experience coming into the season here with the Revs, as Guzman is beaten by a fastball. That one was right down the pipe, and Gauss just beat him flat out. Guzman falls behind 0-2. The only time that Gauss had appeared in professional baseball before this season in the United Shores Professional Baseball League, you have to go back to 2014 after he was a draft pick from the Houston Astros. As this one misses outside to Guzman, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He pitched for Tri-City, the New York Penn League short season A affiliate of the Houston Astros. Appeared in 9 games that season, struggled, and that was the last time he was in professional baseball before this year, as Guzman lifts this one over to left field. Underneath it is Dayron Verona, who makes the catch. And there's 2 away. That'll bring Jovan Gonzalez to the plate. I mean, originally, Gauss, he was a decent draft pick He was a 10th round draft pick by the Astros in 2014 out of Faulkner University down in Alabama. He had previously also been a 25th round draft pick by the Cleveland Indians coming out of high school in 2010. He's trying to resurrect his baseball career, and I mean, he's certainly putting up the numbers to do that so far this season for the Revolution. From the stretch, it's Marrero off of first, and the first pitch to Yovan Gonzalez misses low, 1-0. I mean, you could go back to Gauss's debut with the Revolution. It came here at TD Bank Ballpark back on Father's Day weekend. It was June 17th, where he made his Revs debut. Gonzalez swings over the fastball, and the count 1-1. Tossed the third of an inning, walking a batter, but getting out of that inning without allowing a run. And then made another appearance the very next day on June 18th. Wound up tossing 2 innings of relief, allowing 1 run. Gonzalez fouls off the fastball here from Gauss, falls behind in the count 1-2. And then after that, he made 1 more relief appearance, his next time out in a 15-9 victory for the Revs over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs back on June 21st. And since that point, he has been transitioned into the starting rotation for the Revs. 1-2 to Gonzalez, misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And boy, since that point, he has been quite impressive. Possibly his most impressive outing was his second start of the season. It came on July 1st. He wound up striking out 11 batters against the Sugar Land Skeeters over just 6 innings. As Gonzalez on cue here is set down swinging by Gauss, and that retires the side. 3 strikeouts for Gauss. He's allowed a pair of hits, but no runs. No scores. We head to the third on 1450 WCTC, SPN.TV, and WCTCAM.com.
RWJ Barnabas Health performs more adult heart transplants than any healthcare system on the East Coast.
I'm still here.
Our kidney transplant program ranks among the nation's top 10.
Still here.
And our lung transplant center is the only one in New Jersey.
I'm not going anywhere.
From corneal and pancreatic transplants to heart, kidney, and lung, our patients aren't who they used to be. They're better. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
At Hunterdon Family Medicine at Bridgewater, board-certified family practice physicians Drs. Klein and Shapiro provide a full range of medical services, including acupuncture. We look forward to caring for your family. Visit HunterdonHealthcare.org.
The Somerset Patriots would like to thank Children's Specialized Hospital for their continued support of the 2017 Somerset Sluggers Kids Club. Carrier Clinic is pleased to announce the 7th Annual Walk of Hope being held on its Belmead campus on Saturday, September 16th at 9 a.m. Help us fight stigma and raise awareness for mental health and addiction disorders. Visit www.carrierclinicwalkofhope.org for more information. Top of the third, David Kubiak on the mound. First pitch to Mitchell is a bunt drop down. Kubiak fields, throws to first, and it's scooped out nicely by Christian Marrero. 1 pitch and 1 away here in the top of the third inning. A fine play made there defensively by Kubiak. He came off the mound. His only chance to throw out the speedy Mitchell was to pick it up with his bare hand and in one motion flick it on to first base. Marrero doing a nice job at the stretch and scooping out the throw in the dirt from Kubiak. So there's 1 away here in the top of the third inning. And now up to the plate comes Carlos Trienfel. So Trienfel will step in after a fine play by Christian Marrero at first. David Kubiak will work from the windup against the righty former major leaguer. First pitch to Trienfel. Taken all the way. Fastball is right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. Well, this is Marrero's just 6th start of the season over at first base. He's been primarily a right fielder for the Patriots. 0-1 outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brett Jody, in fact, switching up a pair of regulars in tonight's ballgame. Normally it's been Carlos Guzman starting at first and Christian Marrero in right field. Today, Brett switching things up, trying to see what he's has to work with on this roster. Curveball drops in for a called strike to Trienfeld in the count 1-2. I mean, conversely, Guzman has started 57 games at first base and 7 in right field before today. 1-2 pitch coming from Kubiak, misses inside, almost hits Trienfeld. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Brett going with the change defensively in this lineup, and it's a luxury that he does have as the Patriots have already clinched the playoff spot, taking the first half Liberty Division Championship. 2-2 pitch coming from Kubiak, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball was well low and well outside. Trienfeld went chasing. That's the 4th strikeout of the ballgame for Kubiak. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning now for Ryan Dent. So an impressive start so far for Kubiak. He's faced 8 batters. He's retired 8, including 4 strikeouts. And now up to the plate comes the former Boston Red Sox farmhand Ryan Dent. A right-handed hitting shortstop, but he's been a utility guy for the Revs of sorts this season. Takes a first pitch fastball on the outside corner for a strike going 1. Dent hitting .254 this season with 4 home runs and 33 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch from Kubiak. Just misses outside, 1-1. Dent had a strong game 1 in yesterday's doubleheader. Did not play in game 2. 1-1 breaking ball. Doesn't break, it stays inside, maybe a bit high as well. 2 balls and a strike. Dent winds up going, in fact, 2 for 3 in game 1 yesterday with a pair of doubles, a run scored, and 2 runs batted in. 2-1 misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Dent. And I believe this might be the first 3-ball count that the Revs have worked against David Kubiak so far. 3 balls and a strike. There's 2 away. Nobody on, top of the 3rd. The pitch from Kubiak. Fastball right down the middle. It's fouled off by Dent. And that'll run the count full to 3-2. Kubiak, believe it or not, is actually making his first appearance against the Revolution today. 3-2, line drive towards right field, fairly deep. Back goes Guzman, he lines it up, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So another 1-2-3 inning for Kubiak, 9 up and 9 down. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. There's no score on 1450 WCTC, SPN.TV, and WCTCAM.com.
Visit BellariDesign.com to learn more today.
Hyundai is prepping for our best 4th of July ever.
So what's your best deal?
Right now, you can save up to $6,000 on a new Santa Fe Sport.
And here's the best part.
America's best warranty comes on any new Hyundai.
Any new Hyundai.
The 4th of July sales event only happens once a year.
That's how we roll.
So it's go time. Boom.
I'll take this one.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. And here's another reason to buy now. Hurry into your local Hyundai dealer today and get up to $6,000 in total savings on a Santa Fe Sport.
Hey fans, all season long, the Somerset Patriots have teamed up with AARP New Jersey to offer its members discounted tickets to every Sunday home game. Just mention the code PATRIOTS3 and that you're an AARP member to get a buy one, get one ticket to any Sunday home game. Be sure to visit AARP.org today for more information on how you could become a member. AARP, real possibilities. With great rates, annual dividends, and exceptional customer service, NJM Auto Insurance is a home run with policyholders. You've got the green light. Get a quote today at startyournjm.com. NJM extraordinary value in auto insurance. It's Justin Trapp to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Patriots. First pitch swinging against Jay Gauss, and he popped up the fastball, and it landed out of play. So no balls and 1 strike to the first-year Patriot. The starting second baseman for Somerset tonight takes a pitch here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trap a 205 batter so far this season with no home runs and 6 runs batted in. A right-handed batter against the righty Gauss. 1-1 breaking ball out in front. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Revs. No runs on 2 hits, and no errors for the Somerset Patriots. Gauss from the windup here, the 1-2. Fastball, it's grounded over towards short, fielded by Dent, a strong fielder, and an easy throw on to first base. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll head back to the top of the order, but before we do that, it's time to give the My Rewards radio code for today's broadcast. So go to the My Rewards section of your Patriots mobile app and enter the code HEAVY. HEAVY is your My Rewards code. Again, you don't want to be the heavy. You just want to enter the code HEAVY. So HEAVY is your My Rewards code. Go to the Patriots mobile app, the My Rewards section, and enter the code HEAVY. HEAVE. VY. Oh, geez. Fastball here to Alfredo Rodriguez, misses outside, 1-0. I just misspelled the word heavy. It's spelled HEAVY. Heavy is your My Rewards code. As Rodriguez checks his swing, home plate umpire Fred DeJesus looks like he said that he went around. And the count 1-1. Once again, the My Rewards code HEAVY. HEAVY. Heavy is your My Rewards code. As in right now, it looks like Jay Gauss has a pretty heavy fastball that he's delivering home. It's got a nice amount of zip to it also. That one clocking in at 95 miles per hour here at the Radar Gun at TD Bank Ballpark. It missed inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. So certainly a lot of zip on Gauss's heavy fastball. That time he breaks off a breaking ball that Rodriguez out in front, and the count moves to 2-2. So one final time, the My Rewards code today is HEAVY, HEAVY. We will repeat it on the Flemington Department Store post-game show. 2-2 count here with Alfredo Rodriguez at the plate. Curveball lifted, shallow left field. Out goes Carlos Trienfeld, the 3rd baseman. He's called off by Ryan Dent in shallow left to make the catch, and there's 2 away. So 2 out, nobody on. Now up to the plate comes Aaron Eggleston. And it looks like we have the early stages of a potential pitcher's duel between these 2 teams. Gauss has been strong. He's allowed just 2 hits so far. A 2-out base hit to Justin Pacioli in the 1st, and a leadoff single to Christian Marrero in the bottom of the 2nd. Eggleston takes a fastball outside here. 1 ball and no strikes. Eggleston struck out looking his first time up. 1 of 3 strikeouts for Gauss so far. 1-0 to Eggy, misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. And now Gauss will step off the mound momentarily. Work against the left-handed hitting Eggleston. We mentioned that he had a strong Game 1 yesterday, 2 for 3 with a home run. Did not play in Game 2. 2-0 here on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. But even with that being said, I mean, Eggleston still has a bit of a hole to climb out of. He's just 4 for his last 31 from the plate over his last 10 ball games. Takes a fastball upstairs here, and it's a 3-1 count with Pacioli awaiting on deck. We have not seen a walk from either side to this point. Gauss from the windup, the 3-1. Down the middle for a called strike, 3-2. Pacioli awaits. Gauss now at 50 pitches in this ballgame. There's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch here, swing and a miss, strike 3. Eggleston stepped down swinging, and that retires the side. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. No score on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Welcome back here to TD Bank Ballpark. It'll be David Kubiak on the mound here for the Somerset Patriots. He'll work in the top of the 4th inning to go up against the top of the order for the York Revolution. Alonzo Harris, Alexi Casilla, and Isaiah Tejeda. First pitch fastball here misses low and outside from Kubiak. 1 ball and no strikes. There's been 9 up and 9 down so far in this ballgame for the Revs. 1-0 breaking ball from Kubiak snapped off and it misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And so far, 2 strong pitching performances. Kubiak has not allowed a base runner with 4 strikeouts through 3. Gauss' 4 strikeouts through 3 as well, as Harris lifts this one over towards center field. It falls in front of Pacioli, and then it gets by him and starts rolling back towards the wall. Harris will advance over to second base. It's a leadoff single and likely an E8 for Pacioli, allowing the runner to advance to second. And that's the first base runner of the ballgame here for the York Revolution. So Harris on a 2-0 pitch against David Kubiak lifts one to center field. There will be an error on the play. I believe that should be the first error against Justin Pacioli so far this season. He has been phenomenal over in center field defensively. But the E8 now advances Harris into scoring position. It's the first time we've had a runner in scoring position today. Kubiak from the stretch. Casilla drops down a perfect bunt. Fielded by Kubiak on the bare hand. He sidearms the throw onto first base in time. It's a successful sacrifice bunt for Alexi Casilla. Score that 1-3 if you're keeping track at home. On to third goes Harris. So the Revolution playing small ball with Kubiak impressive so far today. And now that'll bring Tejeda to the plate with 1 out and a runner 90 feet away from home. That is, in fact, the first error of the season for Pacioli. In fact, he was one of only 2 players on this current Patriots roster that still had not recorded an error. The only other player was Kyle Roller, but for the most part, Roller plays as the designated hitter. He's only made 9 starts in the field so far this season. So Tejeda steps in, and the first pitch from Kubiak misses low and outside, 1-0. So Pacioli had gone 80 games without recording an error, but here he allows a base hit from Alonzo Harris to get past him. As Tejeda lifts one over to center field, it's going to drop in front of Pacioli. He fields cleanly, but Harris will score all the way from third base. So Isaiah Tejeda gets the Revolution on the scoreboard. 2 quick base hits here in the top of the 4th, and the Revs lead 1-0. That's the 60th run batted in of the season for Tejeda. He entered tonight's ballgame tied for the 4th most RBI in the league. And now breaks up that tie in lone possession of 4th place on the RBI leaderboard in the Atlantic League so far this season. He'll take first. Harris scores from third. First pitch now to Burgess. Popped it up. Foul territory. First base line. It'll land out of play. No balls and 1 strike. So we'll see how the rest of this inning plays out for Kubiak to determine whether or not the run that he allowed is an earned run or an unearned run. Right now it would be an unearned run, but you have to play out the entire inning in your mind. Okay, so he takes first base. The single from the single from Tejeda advances him possibly over to third, actually, because you have the sacrifice bunt. Pitch briefly gets away from Gonzalez. Tejeda onto second base. He slides in, and Gonzalez's throw not in time. So Isaiah Tejeda advances over to second base, which will likely be ruled a wild pitch. Looked like that ball hit the dirt before Jovan had an opportunity to field it. So it's Tejeda now in scoring position with 1 away in the top of the 4th. The Revs leading this ballgame 1-0. Left-handed batter Michael Burgess at the plate. He struck out swinging his first time up. Takes a changeup outside here. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Burgess certainly a double play candidate, but the double play no longer in order here after the wild pitch. Tejeda held on closely by Alfredo Rodriguez. 2-1 curve, grounded over towards second. It's into center field for a base hit. Tejeda will be held up at third base. Pacioli's throw cut off by Marrero. Tejeda took a wide turn around third, but when Marrero caught the cutoff throw, he wound up dropping the ball. If he had caught it cleanly, there would have potentially been an opportunity for him to throw on to third, as Tejeda took a wide turn and then he stumbled as he retreated to the third base bag, and now he's a little slow to get up. It looks like he's just taking a deep breath. The manager for the York Revolution, Mark Mason, along with their athletic trainer, Chong Choi, will come out to make sure that everything's all right with their prized catcher. Tejeda, as important to the Revolution as potentially any other player is to any other team in the Atlantic League this year. He is a catcher that has played every day. He ranks among Atlantic League leaders in a host of different categories. And it looks like he'll be all right. He's going to stay in this ballgame. So it's a base hit for Michael Burgess. David Kubiak has allowed 3 hits so far here in the top of the first inning, top of the fourth. Already 1 run has scored. There's now runners on the corners. Up to the plate comes Telvin Nash. First pitch swinging, fouls off the fastball. No balls and a strike. A base hit from Harris, an E8 from Pacioli, a sacrifice bunt from Casilla, then an RBI single from Tejeda, a wild pitch, and then a base hit from Michael Burgess as runners on the corners with 1 away. 0 run from Kubiak. Curveball misses low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nash struck out swinging back in the second inning. He's had now 4 at-bats against the Patriots. This season, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Kubiak could certainly use another strikeout here. Infield plays at double play depth with 1 out. Curveball misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Could take a strikeout. I'm sure he would take a ground ball as well. Minakazi plays deep at third. It's Christian Marrero holding on Burgess at first. Burgess not really a threat to take off. 2-1 here is grounded foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another strong crowd at TD Bank Ballpark tonight as fans have continued to file in after the ball game began to enjoy a post-game fireworks display, once again presented by the Somerset Healthcare Foundation. They also have the 50-50 raffle currently going on the concourse here. 2-2 changeup misses low. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the right-handed hitting Telvin Nash, who has put up a lot of production and not a lot of amount of time. No surprise, this now being his 3rd season with the Revs. He has always been productive in his time with York. 3-2, checks his swing. The appeal down to first says that he did not go around. It's the first walk allowed by David Kubiak today. The bases are now loaded with 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. Up to the plate now comes Dayron Verona. So on to second goes Burgess. It'll be Tejeda at third, Burgess at second, Nash at first. First walk allowed by either side, and now there will be an entire meeting on the mound with all of the Patriots infielders as well as Somerset Patriots pitching coach Corey Dommel. They'll talk strategy against the right-handed hitting Verona, who's a newcomer to the Atlantic League. This is his first season in the Atlantic League. Began the season over in the Miami Marlins organization, in the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Was playing with AAA Durham, the Durham Bulls. Played with the Durham Bulls both last year and earlier again this year. But now he's with the Revs. Verona steps in. First pitch from Kubiak, and misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. An opportunity here for Verona to open up this ball game. There's still 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Already 1 run is scored. Kubiak gets the ball back from Jovan Gonzalez, and he takes a step off the mound, try to slow things down a bit. Normally a very fast pitcher on the rubber. 1-0 from Kubiak. Swung on, blooped foul. Down the first base line out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Verona is a .270 batter with the Revs. He flew out to center field his first time up. Has 21 runs batted in on the year. But he steps to the plate here with 3 on board. 1-1 from Kubiak is grounded foul. Just over the top of the York Revolution dugout. It skips off a couple of seats and makes its way into our upper box section. So a ball and 2 strikes now to the righty. He's hit safely in each of his last 5 ball games and has hit safely in 7 of his last 8. 1-2 pitch coming. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Very nice curveball there from Kubiak. That gets Verona well out in front. A big-time K there. It's the 5th strikeout of the ballgame for Kubiak. That keeps everyone at their respective bases for the time being. Now 2 away, and the Patriots infield can relax a little bit more, but up to the plate comes Jared Mitchell. Mitchell tried to drop down a bunt for a base hit his first time up. He's got a lot of speed and certainly presents a challenge on any ball hit on the ground. Somerset will put a slight shift on against the lefty Mitchell. Kubiak from the windup. The first pitch fastball misses low and inside, 1-0. Minikazi plays almost parallel to the third base bag. Now he backs up a little bit, but Alfredo Rodriguez shaded up the middle. Justin Trapp plays deep at second. Christian Marrero guarding the line at first. 1-0, misses low and inside. It gets away from Gonzalez. Breaking home is the third runner at third. The throw on to home, and Kubiak applies the tag. It was Tejeda trying to score from third. Jovan Gonzalez able to put him out after Kubiak applies the tag, and that gets the Patriots away from further damage. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. The Revs now lead 1-0 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Save time, check it online with the Supercuts mobile app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play. When it's time for a haircut, save time and check it online using their convenient mobile app or at supercuts.com. It's now a 1-0 lead for the York Revolution as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning here. It's Mark Schwartz on the call. We've got Mike Lawrence running the boards back at 1450 WCTC. We have Chris Drabick, Jonathan Denica, and Ed Fagan, the world-renowned Ed Fagan, over on our SPN side of things. They are running the direction, the cameras, and the statistics and analytics, respectively. Jay Gauss comes back onto the mound now holding a 1-0 lead. Pacioli leads off, first pitch fastball in for a called strike, 0-1. So Isaias Tejeda with the RBI single in the top of the fourth to get York out in front. 0-1 here is a curveball that misses outside to Pacioli. 1 ball and 1 strike. But the Revolution, they strand the bases loaded of sorts. Changeup here misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting Pacioli. They had the bases loaded and 1 away. Kubiak got a big-time strikeout of Dayron Verona. Fastball here in for a called strike, 2-2. And then with Jared Mitchell at the plate, a pitch got away from Jovan Gonzalez. Tejeda tried to score all the way from third, but he was tagged out by Kubiak on a nice tag at home. 2-2 to Pacioli, swing and a missed strike 3. Pacioli set down swinging. That's the 5th strikeout for Jay Gauss. First time that Pacioli is set down today. He's now 1 for 2. Up to the plate now comes Kyle Roller. Roller is certainly an individual who has the power to tie up this ballgame with 1 swing of the bat. He lined out to third base his first time up. Solidly hit line drive, slapped at the ball, but it went right over to Carlos Trianfel. First pitch now to Roller, and misses inside, 1-0. But it was nice to see Roller go opposite field. He's actually in a stretch right now where he's been swinging the bat pretty well after a long period of time where he was not swinging the bat that well. Breaking ball here in for a strike, 1-1. Roller has now hit safely in 6 of his last 7 ball games and has reached base safely in 7 straight. 1-1 pitch coming from Gauss. Swing and a miss. Looked like a curveball in the dirt, and That ball popped up, and it might have hit Tejeda, who's down on the ground again. This is the second time that Chong Choi, the athletic trainer for the Revs, is going to have to come out and have a conversation with Tejeda. Hopefully everything's all right. It looked like that ball might have hit the ground and then possibly popped up into an area where you definitely do not want to be hit. Don't want to speculate too much, but Mark Mason, the manager for the Revolution, will come out to talk things over as well. This will give us an opportunity to go over the Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health Injury Report. Brought to you by Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital's Somerset Sports Physical Therapy and Performance Center, the official athletic training provider of the Somerset Patriots. Let us help you get back in the game with sports injury and orthopedic rehabilitation for all ages. Visit us right here at TD Bank Ballpark or our 4 other physical therapy locations throughout central New Jersey. To find out more information, visit www.somersetsportsmedicine.com. As the conversation continues with Isaiah Tejeda behind home plate, we'll take a look at the Patriots injury report. And, there's a couple of little updates to provide. One of the real exciting updates for the Patriots injury report is that Greg Golson, who has been out for a while after he was hit by a pitch in the wrist back in early July, Golson actually took some hacks during batting practice today, which is very promising. Again, he's been sporting a wrist injury for a while, but Golson took some swings today during BP, and he'll actually be joining the team and traveling with the team on the road towards when the Patriots take on the Lancaster Barnstormers over the weekend for this upcoming 4-game series. So certainly very nice to see that Greg Golson is on the comeback trail coming up soon. Again, the conversation still continues with Isaiah Tejeda. Now, he is sort of bent down. He's standing by him. He's standing freestanding. But a conversation with Mark Mason, the home plate umpire Fred DeJesus, and the athletic trainer for the Revs, Chong Choi, sprinted back to the Revolution dugout momentarily. Now he's coming back out with what looks like a little cup of water and a towel as well. So a lot of time and attention being given to Isaiah Tejeda. A couple of other injuries for the Patriots that are trying to work themselves out. Kyler Newby has been sitting out for a while with an injury in one of his fingertips, and Jerome Williams had a forearm issue that's had him out since the middle of June, really. Both players continue to be on the comeback trail, but right now it seems like Greg Golson is the one that's closest to his return. Isaiah Tejeda will get a nice round of applause from some of the Somerset Patriots fans. It looks like he will remain in the ballgame as both Mark Mason and Chong Choi return to the Revolution dugout. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 1-0 York Revolution lead after the RBI single from Isaiah Tejeda in the top of the 4th. Kyle Rollers at the plate. Gauss on the mound from the windup. 1-2, swung on. It's grounded over towards second. It's fielded by Alexi Casilla, and an easy throw onto first base. There's 2 away. So 2 out, nobody on. Now up to the plate comes Christian Marrero. He has 1 of 2 hits so far for the Patriots. 3 hits for the Revs. All of them came in the top of the 4th. 2 hits so far for the Patriots. Pacioli has 1. Marrero has 1. Gauss has not yet allowed a walk. Marrero, a left-handed batter. He'll step in. Gauss from the windup. First pitch here to Christian. Misses outside, 1-0. Of course, Christian Marrero, the brother of former Somerset Patriot Chris Marrero, the nephew of former Major Leaguer Eli Marrero, as Christian here fouls off this pitch, 1-1. A lot of baseball in the Marrero family. He's also the cousin of current Boston Red Sox player Devin Marrero. So a lot of baseball there. Good lineage. 1-1 misses outside here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Christian's brother Chris, of course, he made the opening day roster for the San Francisco Giants. Christian very close with his brother Chris. In fact, when he started playing here in Somerset, he was using his brother Chris's bat. Had the San Francisco Giants logo on it. Also had Chris's initials on it as well as his number. 2-1 pitch coming to Christian Marrero. It's fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Christian got off to a piping hot start with the Patriots. He slowed down a little bit I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that he's only 5 for his last 34 over his last 10 games coming into today. 2-2 pitch is grounded over towards second. It's fielded by Mitchell. Along the edge of the outfield grass, he throws it onto first in time. That retires the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Jay Gauss. We'll head to the fifth. Revs lead 1-0 on 1450 WCTC, ESPN.TV, and WCTCAM.com.
Attention troops, Scout Nights with the Somerset Patriots will be returning to TD Bank Ballpark for the upcoming season on Friday, June 2nd, Sunday, July 23rd, and Thursday, August 31st. Additionally, our Girl Scout days are set for Sunday, June 4th, and Thursday, July 27th. Troops will have the honor of presenting both their PAX banner along with our nation's colors on the field before the game. A parade around the field will end with the troops lining the infield during the national anthem. Scouts looking to earn badges for presenting the colors and going on a go-see-it outing can fulfill both, all while enjoying America's pastime. Tickets begin at just $8.50 for everyone in the group, with commemorative 2017 Scout patches available for just $150. Visit SomersetPatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 so you can get involved and have your troop honored at a professional baseball game.
Somerville Aluminum wants you to love the savings now and later. Get 10% off energy efficient and money-saving Signet Pro Via premium doors and Sunrise Restoration windows. True & Associates is a sponsor of the lawn seating area in the ballpark. At True & Associates, you'll find more than a wide variety of competitive insurance products. You'll find people who understand your needs. True & Associates is a team of licensed professionals who care about their clients. Jared Mitchell back to the plate here. He fouls off the first pitch from David Kubiak. Falls behind 0-1. Kubiak was at 59 pitches through 4 innings. He's back out here for the fifth. Revs leading this ballgame 1-0. 0-1 coming to Mitchell. Lifted deep towards right field. Back goes Guzman, turns around and watches it go. It's a solo home run for Jared Mitchell. His 10th home run of the season. He turned on that fastball from Kubiak and drilled it out to right center field. And the Revolution have doubled their lead. It's now a 2-0 Revs lead here in the top of the fifth. Mitchell almost with a no-doubter there. Carlos Guzman in right field. He turned around, but did not sprint out of it because he knew that ball was going to get over the fence. Went over the Bodner's auction sign in right center field. Again, the 10th home run of the season for the Revolution. They now lead 2-0. And up to the plate comes Carlos Trienfeld. First pitch swinging, whiffs on a fastball upstairs. And a count 0-1. Trienfeld struck out swinging his first time up. One of 5 strikeouts so far for Kubiak, but Kubiak right now, he's on the long side of things, trailing 2-0. Curveball here misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, again, this is the first time this season that David Kubiak is facing the Revs. I mean, you have to go back to the middle of June. Last time these two teams played against each other. And at that point, Kubiak had been transitioned into the starting rotation. Here, Trienfeld swings through the fastball, falls behind in the count 1-2. I mean, Kubiak has been in the rotation now for quite a while. Started off the season as a reliever. He'll work from the windup with Trienfeld at the plate. 1-2 pitch coming. Breaking ball misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, let me check on something quickly. Kubiak actually did work against the Revs, but this is his first start against the Revolution. He appeared in 2 games as a reliever against York back in late April and early May. But it's still been a while since Kubiak's faced them, as here the changeup drops in for a called strike. Trienfeld stares it down. That's now 6 strikeouts for Kubiak, 1 away here in the top of the 5th. And the number 9 batter in the order, Ryan Dent, to step in. So the first time that Kubiak worked against the Revs, he took a loss, allowing 1 run on 3 hits in 3 innings of work. That was at York on April 30th, and then he took a loss back home against the Revs on May 5th. First pitch swing, and here's Dent. Pops it up foul territory behind home plate and into the stands. No balls and a strike to Dent. Kubiak had a tough outing on May 5th. In one inning of relief, allowed 3 runs on 4 hits to take the loss. So 2 of Kubiak's 8 losses so far this year have come against the Revs. This is just his first start against York this season. Curveball here fouled off by Dent, so a ball and 2 strikes. Now, Kubiak certainly had the Revolution fooled his first time through the order, but it's been the second time through the order where York has put on plenty of better swings, but Dent here swings through the curveball, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Kubiak, now 7 strikeouts in this ballgame. Again, Kubiak entering with 99 on the season, 3rd most in the Atlantic League. Trailing Jonathan Albaladejo, originally of the Bridgeport Bluefish, who recently had his contract purchased, and Gabby Hernandez of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. So 2 out, nobody on in the top of the 5th. We'll move back to the top of the order now. Alonzo Harris. First pitch to Harris, misses inside, 1-0. It was Harris who broke up a brief perfect game for Kubiak in the top of the 4th with a base hit to center field. Eventually, he was able to advance to second base on a fielding error from Justin Pacioli, his first error of the season. Scored on an RBI single from Isaiah Tejeda. Curveball misses outside here, 2 balls and no strikes. The run that Kubiak allowed in that 4th inning is earned because you assume after the Harris base hit, there was a sacrifice bunt and then a pair of singles and a walk. Harris would have scored regardless of the error. Fastball here to Harris misses inside, however. And he's fallen, well, he's gotten ahead of the count, 3-0. Kubiak with just 1 walk so far. From the windup, 3-0 pitch. A fastball misses low, ball 4. So a 4-pitch, 2-out walk to Alonzo Harris, who has 18 stolen bases on the season to lead the Revs. He's dangerous along the base paths. And now Kubiak will have to worry about him as Alexi Casilla will step in. So that's 2 walks allowed by Kubiak. Jay Gauss has yet to allow a walk. He's been very impressive. 5 strikeouts and just 2 hits through the first 4 innings of this ballgame. So Harris leads off of first. He's held on by Christian Marrero. Decent-sized lead. Switch hitter Casilla at the plate, and Kubiak will throw over. Two runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Revs. No runs on 2 hits. And 1 error for the Patriots. Final game of this 3-game series. Once again, Kubiak will throw over, and this time Harris able to dive back in. Alonzo 18 for 26 along the base paths this year. He's been caught stealing 8 times. First pitch now to Casilla, misses low. Delayed stolen base attempt from Harris. The throw to second in time. Harris thought he could catch Gonzalez napping. He didn't run initially, took off after the pitch was delivered, and then Gonzalez's throw to second is in time. Harris tagged out. That retires the side. A run for the Revs coming on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-0 York on ESPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in 1 location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Welcome to the brand new Somerset Patriots app. What is an app? Everything Somerset Patriots, all at your fingertips. The Patriots My Rewards program. Download this free app today at the Apple Store or Google Play. I might not know what an app is, but this one is really fun.
Diamond Nation, located in Flemington, New Jersey, is the premier baseball and softball facility in the Northeast and is home to the Jack Cuss Baseball and Jenny Finch Softball Academies. Diamond Nation is a top draw for prominent youth, teen, and high school tournaments and is dedicated to providing top-flight instruction, private lessons, and outstanding camps for individuals and teams. Visit us at diamondnation.com today. It's the bottom of the fifth inning here at TD Bank Ballpark. Mark Schwartz on the call. Mike Lawrence running the radio side of things. Chris Drabick, Jonathan Denica, and everyone's favorite Baltimore Orioles fan, Ed Fagan, running things on the ESPN side of the broadcast. Mark Minicozzi at the plate here. First pitch swinging against a fastball from Jay Gauss. A little late. Falls behind 0-1. It'll be Minicozzi, Carlos Guzman, and Yovan Gonzalez due up for the Patriots. Another fastball from Gauss. This one at the knees for a called strike 0-2. And boy, has Jay Gauss been impressive so far. 4 innings, no runs. 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. 5 strikeouts so far for Gauss. 0-2 pitch to Minicozzi. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Gauss, when he's been working on the mound, he works quickly, he works deliberately, and it seems his fastball has a lot of giddy up to it, a lot of zip. It's heavy, and it sort of stays on a straight line. 1-2 here, just misses low. Tejeda tried to freeze it for home plate umpire Fred DeJesus. Doesn't get the call. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Minicozzi. A right-handed batter against the righty Gauss. 2-2, grounded foul. So Minicozzi able to stay alive. Minicozzi's found himself in a bit of a slump lately as well. Over his last 11 ball games, he's just 4 for 33 from the plate. And that has dropped his average from where it stood 11 games ago, a season-high 284 mark. 2-2 curveball here, misses low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's dropped from the 284 mark 11 games ago to where it currently stands at 244. But he's still an important part of this team. Brett Jody continues to bat him in the middle of the order because he has a lot of power. Hasn't been on full display just yet. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball rode a little inside to Minicozzi. He swung right through it. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the 5th inning for Carlos Guzman. Now 6 strikeouts for Gauss. And you know, you can look at this Revolution team and wonder, well, what's changed from the first half to the second half? I mean, this is a team that struggled mightily in the first half. The Patriots certainly had their way with them after, you know, Revolution swept Somerset back at the beginning of the season over in York. But since that point, the Patriots had a lot of success against the Revs at TD Bank Ballpark. First pitch to Guzman was in for a strike. 0-1, misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. But you look at this team and you wonder, okay, so, you know, they have a 19 and 13 record in the second half. They're a game behind the Barnstormers for first place in the Freedom Division. Fastball here to Guzman, misses outside 2-1. You wonder, okay, so what's changed? Well, there's a lot that has changed. For starters, Telvin Nash has been a welcomed addition. Alexi Casilla has been playing well. Daron Verona has been playing well. Guzman takes a curveball inside here, 3 balls and 1 strike. But you also have to look at the pitching side of things and look at Jay Gauss. I mean, we mentioned his stats up at the beginning of the broadcast. He's 7-1 with a 2.39 ERA coming into this ballgame. He has won each of his last 4 starts. Fastball here to Guzman is ripped right by him. Guzman late, and the count runs full to 3-2. I mean, he has not lost a start since July 14th. That was his only loss of the season. He's had decisions in each of his last 7 starts. 6 of them have been for wins. He's 6-1 over his last 7. Guzman fouls off the fastball to stay alive. Over that stretch, he has worked at least 6 innings in 6 of those 7 starts. And here are the earned run totals he's allowed. 0, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 3 over his last 7. I mean, this is a guy who has kept his ERA low all season long. In fact, you could argue his last time out was one of his lesser starts of the season. Fastball here to Guzman. It misses low and inside. Ball 4. So Carlos able to draw a walk. It's the first walk allowed by Gauss today. That's just the 3rd base runner for the Patriots. And now up to the plate will come Yovan Gonzalez. So it's been impressive to watch Gauss. And even the first time that we got to see Gauss back on Father's Day weekend, it was apparent that, if nothing else, he had a very nice fastball with a lot of giddy up to it. that's been on full display again today. Carlos will lead off of first. First pitch to Gonzalez is fouled off, out of play down the first base line. Jovan struck out swinging his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Entered as a .319 batter on the season. Had he been a qualified batter, which he is now a decent ways away from, with Adam Donahue getting a lot more playing time as of late, Gonzalez's .319 batting average would rank as the 5th best in the Atlantic League. Jovan takes a fastball inside here. 1-1. Again, Jovan not a qualified batter, but he's been with the team the entire season. He's seldom been hurt. It's just the Patriots have such a good tandem behind the backstop that they play both of them quite often. But Jovan here grounds one over to short, could be 2. Dent onto Casilla, the turn to first in time, and it's an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. No runs for the Patriots, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 5 as the Revs lead 2-0 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Are you ready for some family fun? Have a ball with everyone. It's a slam and hit. Come on and get patriotic.
Hi, I'm Sparky Lyle. I'm going to be at the ballpark all year long, and so should you. It's an all-star season.
It's a slam and hit. Come on, get patriotic.
Insurance is a complicated subject. Add a language barrier and it's just a disaster. My name is Melissa Estevez and I work for Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey at Horizon Connect. I love my job because I'm able to connect with the people. Once they realize they can come here and speak to someone in Spanish, they keep coming. Health insurance is very complicated, especially today. I love making it simple for people. It's something that makes me feel fulfilled.
All right. Hey fans, do you have a group of friends or coworkers you want to entertain? Then come to TD Bank Ballpark and party with the Patriots on our Audi Suite Level. Enjoy the next Patriots game you attend in a lap of luxury. Somerset Patriots Suite Level is brought to you by your New Jersey Audi dealers and the all-new Audi Q5 SUV. Looking for a new or used car? There's no better place than the Flemington Car and Truck Country family of brands, located on routes 202 and 31 in Flemington, New Jersey, or at flemington.com. There you'll find a family-centered organization ready to take care of all of your automotive needs as they have done since 1976. Alexi Casilla leads off the top of the 6th inning for the Revolution. Bluffs on a first pitch bunt attempt. Takes the fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. It'll be Casilla, Tejeda, and Burgess due up here for the Revs. Kubiak back on the mound. 1-0, swinging, sort of slap at it. Grounds it over towards second, and Justin Trapp can't rush the throw. It's an infield single for Alexi Casilla. He's safe at first base, and the Revs with the leadoff base runner. An interesting play there from Casilla. The first time, on the first pitch, he bluffed on a bunt. This time, he sort of, on almost Ichiro-esque swing, sort of a walking slap approach at the pitch, was able to chop it over towards second base. Trapp hustled in, but Casilla had a running start leading the left-handed batter's box. And by the time that Trapp fielded it, he knew he had to rush on the throw, bobbled the ball a little bit, and had no opportunity to throw out Casilla. So leadoff infield single. Casilla now 1 for 2 today. He'll lead off of first base. He has 5 stolen bases on the year. Tejeda steps in, and the first pitch breaking ball from Kubiak in for a strike, 0-1. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Revs. No runs on 2 hits and 1 error for the Patriots. Tejeda's 1 for 2. Had an RBI single in the 4th, which opened up the scoring in this ballgame. From the stretch, 0-1 curve is grounded foul. No balls and 2 strikes. And it's another game for the Patriots where their offense is struggling. They had gone through plenty of well-documented struggles before Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader when they put a 10 spot on the board, 10 runs on 11 hits in Game 2 yesterday. But It looks right now like that's really the outlier from the way that this Patriots team has been playing lately. Fastball here misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tejeda. I mean, you could go back previous to that. They only scored a combined 2 runs in a 3-game series against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs over the weekend, and then played it just 1 run in Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. 1-2 to Tejeda's grounded foul again. And so far today, it's been Jay Gauss that has held the Patriots off the scoreboard. Now, you wonder, well, is it the pitching that's going up against the Patriots, or is it the hitting for Somerset that has struggled? And really seems like it's a combination of both, but the Patriots have been going up against some strong starting pitching as of late. Kubiak here spins around and throws on to first base. Back standing is Casilla. I mean, you could go back towards that Blue Crabs series. Gabby Hernandez, Darrell Thompson, and Drew Hayes. Hayes has owned the Patriots all season long. Hernandez is my front runner for pitcher of the year. Casilla takes off, but a curveball from Kubiak misses inside and hits Tejeda. So Tejeda is able to take first base on the hit batsman. Casilla will be at second base regardless. First 2 batters have reached for the Revolution here in the top of the 6th. Runners at first and second with nobody out now for Michael Burgess. First hit batsman of the ballgame. So now Burgess steps in, but I mean, again, with the pitchers, Hayes has owned the Patriots. Hernandez is certainly in the conversation for pitcher of the year. And Darrell Thompson got off to a great start. He was an Atlantic League All-Star. Had scuffled a bit as of late, but certainly had a strong performance against the Patriots Saturday night. First pitch here to Burgess, swing and a miss. Kubiak dialed back to deliver that 90-mile-per-hour fastball in the count 0-1. And then you look so far at this series, well, Steven Janis was the Game 1 starter for the Revolution yesterday, and Janis didn't have great numbers going into the ballgame, but he pitched very well, only allowed a solo home run to Aaron Eggleston in the bottom of the 6th. Burgess takes a fastball low here, 1 ball and 1 strike. And then in Game 2, Somerset went against Logan Williamson, who had a 4.67 ERA, and they tallied 9 runs, 6 earned against him. But today they're going up against a strong pitcher in Jay Gauss, and he is, for the most part, shut down the Patriots. Burgess grounds this one foul down the first base line, so a ball and 2 strikes now. That being said, this is a Patriots offense that certainly went up against some strong starting pitching in the first half of the season, and they were able to put up big-time numbers. So you try to determine, well, what's the difference between the lineup for the Patriots in the first half and where it currently stands now, what's missing? There have been a couple of injuries. Of course, you had Jerry Sands at the beginning of the season, but it was expected his contract would be purchased. Changeup here to Burgess misses low, 2-2. But even after Sands left, there was still a lot of production. Of course, Kyle Roller got off to such a massive start to his Patriot season. But also at that point, you had Homo Rosario that was with the team. Greg Golson was with the team at that point as well, looking really at the end of the June time frame. Burgess grounds this one to first. It's fielded by Marrero onto second for 1. Over to first with Kubiak covering. And it is a 3-6-1 double play. Well needed there for Kubiak. Casilla advances over to third on the play, but a big-time double play ground out there. There's now a 2 out, and up to the plate comes Telvin Nash. And that was a perfectly turned 3-6-1. Marrero fielded it at first, quickly threw it onto second. Kubiak was racing off the mound, was able to get to first base in time for an accurate throw from Alfredo Rodriguez. So 2 out with a runner at third. Patriots trailing 2-0, trying to get out of this inning unscathed. First pitch breaking ball to Nash, misses low and outside. A nice block by Gonzalez, and that holds Casilla at third. 1 ball and no strikes. So again, comparing and contrasting this Patriots lineup, you could say the missing Jerry Sands certainly plays a role in it. Missing Olmo Rosario could play a role in it. Tyler Bortnick was a big part of this team. He had his contract purchased in early July, well, middle of July, really, after the All-Star game when the Patriots were on the road against the Ducks. Bortnick was a big part of this team over the first half of the season as well. Nash swings through the fastball 1-1. So those are the 3 position players that are not with the team right now, and Greg Golson's been hurt for a month. So you look at those 4 guys, and then you look at the team that's on the field right now, and maybe you could draw, some of your answers from those, those players. Nash asks for time. It's granted to him right before Kubiak works from the windup. Infield plays back with 2 away. From the windup here, the 1-1. Swung on, popped up, foul, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. But even with that, there's still the nucleus for this team hasn't changed too much. Meanwhile, the Patriots have added some nice pieces. Mark Minikazi, certainly a big-time piece, though he was with the team towards the beginning of June also. He was hurt for a little while. Justin Trapp, a recent addition. Christian Marrero, an addition. There's a lot of pieces to like here for the Patriots, but right now they're not really clicking offensively. 1-2 to Nash, holds up on a breaking ball in the dirt, once again blocked by Gonzalez. He'll throw on to third, but Casilla able to get back in. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. In the top of the 6th inning, the Revolution are leading 2-0. Pair of runs on 5 hits for the Revs, no runs on 2 hits for the Patriots. Kubiak stares into Gonzalez from the windup, the 2-2. Foul it off. Nash able to get a piece of it. Nash 0 for 1 so far today. He drew a walk his last time up. But with all of these guys, changing places and moving around in different levels of professional baseball, all it does is confirm the importance of winning the first half in this league. 2-2 misses outside to Nash. That runs the count full 3-2. There'd be a way larger sense of urgency here in Somerset had the Patriots not won the first half championship. But they did, so now they have the luxury of working through some of these growing pains in the second half. 3-2 to Nash, lined over towards third. It's past Minikazi, and it stays fair, rolls down the left field line into the left field corner. It'll be an RBI double for Telvin Nash. With 2 out, he comes through for the Revs. Casilla scores from third, and it's now a 3-0 lead for York. And that's a run in 3 consecutive innings for the Revs. Nash comes through for his 12th RBI of the season. A fine at bat from Telvin Nash. He's able to win the battle. Wasn't a very sharply hit line drive from Nash, but it was positioned perfectly. It hugged the foul line, and it just got past the diving Mark Minikazi down the third base line. So 3-0 the Revs lead now. Verona steps in and swings through the first pitch fastball 0-1. And Nash continues his strong start to the season with York. It's his first hit against the Patriots, but this is a guy that's been playing very well. He's now hit safely in 9 of his last 12 ball games. And now 12 RBI in his first 12 with York. Fastball comes inside and it hits Verona. Did that hit Verona? It did hit Verona. That hit so sharply off of, I believe was Verona. I thought that might have hit him in the head. Or did that hit Jovan Gonzalez in the helmet? No, it hit Verona, and Verona will take first. That was just an odd play. Verona was hit by the pitch, and he didn't move. He didn't budge, unless that hit against his elbow pad, which would make more sense than his helmet. Because if hit against his helmet, I would have been certainly impressive for him to just stand there and take it, and then walk down to first. So maybe it hit against his elbow pad. Either way, Verona was hit by a pitch, so he takes first base. That's the second hit batsman of the inning allowed by Kubiak. Up to the plate now comes Jared Mitchell. And Mitchell takes a first pitch fastball low, 1 ball and no strikes. So now Kubiak struggling a bit. He's at 96 pitches, about to throw his 97th of the ball game. There is some movement in the Patriots bullpen down the right field line. 1-0 from Kubiak, a nice breaking ball, drops in at the knees for a called strike, 1-1. See who that is getting loose. Looks like it could be Dwayne Belo. It is. Dwayne Belo's getting loose in the Patriots bullpen down the right field line. So this might be a situation where it could be Kubiak's last batter. Carlos Trianfel waits on deck, but Trianfel is 0 for 2 today. 1-1 from Kubiak in for a called strike, 1-2. Mitchell tried to reach on a bunt in the third inning, was thrown out, and then lifted a solo home run in the 5th. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Revs, no runs on 2 hits for the Patriots. Runners at first and second with 2 out in the top of the 6th inning. Kubiak comes set, 1-2 pitch, ground ball hit over towards second, a diving stop by a Trapp, gets to the ball, throws it away, it's over Marrero's head, now rolls behind home plate, and in to score on the E4 will be Telvin Nash. Well, Trapp made an athletic play to keep the ball somewhat along the infield and save a run for the time being, but he then tried to throw it on to first. An ill-advised throw from Trapp. It goes over Marrero's head. It rolls into foul territory. Nash is able to score from third. On to third base goes Daron Verona. And over at first now is Jared Mitchell. It'll be an infield single for Mitchell. He stays at first, but the E4 from Justin Trapp allows Nash to score. It also allows Verona to advance to third. So 2 runs home for the Revolution here in the top of the 6th. And now up to the plate comes Trienfeld. Kubiak stays in the ballgame with the lefty Bilo getting loose. He's had a lot of success against Trienfeld so far. First pitch missed, so it's a 1-0 count. Runners on the corners. And the Revs now leading 4-0. Mitchell takes off. He throw down to second isn't in time. Fastball in there for a strike. But for Jared Mitchell, that's his 13th stolen base of the season. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Revs with 2 away. First base unoccupied. Ryan Dent awaits on deck. And it's a 1-1 count to Carlos Trienfeld. A pair of strikeouts so far. Kubiak will work from the windup, the 1-1. Curveball, this one lifted towards right field shallow. In comes Guzman, he's underneath it. He makes the catch, and that retires the side. But 2 runs come home to score for the Revolution. They lead 4-0 as we move to the bottom of the 6th on ESPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
If your child is facing a special health challenge, from chronic illness or autism to spinal cord injuries or developmental delays, it can feel like a long road ahead. But Children's Specialized Hospital is with you for every step, with the nation's most advanced care in multiple locations. And we bring your whole family by our side, adding your expertise to ours, because working together, we can bring children further than you've ever imagined.
Children's Specialized Hospital.
Hyundai is prepping for our best 4th of July ever.
So what's your best deal?
Right now, you can save up to $6,750 on a new Sonata.
And here's the best part.
America's best warranty comes on any new Hyundai.
Any new Hyundai.
The 4th of July sales event only happens once a year.
That's how we roll.
So it's go time. Boom.
I'll take this one.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. And here's another reason to buy now. Hurry into your local Hyundai dealer today and lease a Sonata for an incredibly low $129 a month. Or get up to $6,750 in total savings.
HealthQuest is a premier health and fitness club conveniently located on Route 31 North in Flemington. Open 7 days a week to serve Hunterdon County and Central New Jersey. HealthQuest provides high-quality family fitness, wellness, and athletic opportunities in an optimal, educational, friendly, and entertaining environment, utilizing state-of-the-art facilities available to the entire community. Attention Patriots fans, Bridgewater Diner is a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Located at 1244 Route 22 in Bridgewater, it is just a foul ball away from the ballpark. Bridgewater Diner is a great place to meet and eat. Stop by the Bridgewater Diner before or after the game and enjoy great food and company. Justin Trapp will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning, takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. It's a 4-0 York Revolution lead. 1-0 to Trapp, misses low and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Revs. No runs on 2 hits, and 2 errors for the Somerset Patriots. Jay Gauss remains on the mound. He's been impressive so far. He's had 84 pitches through 5 innings. He'll work against the 9-1-2 batters here for the Patriots. Trapp, then back to the top of the order, Alfredo Rodriguez and Aaron Eggleston. Fastball here to Trapp, misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. So the Patriots, they're on the comeback trail, and what would certainly help them, a potential leadoff free pass to a speedy base runner in Justin Trapp. 3-0, misses outside, ball 4. It's the second walk allowed by Jay Gauss today. A 4-pitch walk to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Trapp will take first. He is certainly a threat to steal a base. And up to the plate now will come Alfredo Rodriguez. He's 0 for 2. Trapp with a conservative lead off of first. He's held on by Telvin Nash. First pitch to Rodriguez. A fastball in there for a called strike, 0-1. Rodriguez flew out to center field in the first. Popped up to the shortstop Dent in the third. 0-1 to Alfredo, misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodriguez coming off a strong game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. Reached base 3 times, went 2 for 3. With a run scored, 2 runs batted in. Fastball here misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Had a 2-run single with the bases loaded in the second inning. Part of, again, a 10-run outburst for the Patriots. They could use some of those runs here today. They trail by 4. 2-1 pitch coming from Gauss. In there for a called strike. Looked like a changeup that didn't have much bite to it. Just drifted across the middle of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Swung on, popped up, out of play. Rodriguez fouls it off, and the count holds. Alfredo hitting .250 over 8 games against the York Revolution so far this season. You can go through the Patriots lineup to see how these guys are playing against the Revs, and there's not a lot of success. Though the Patriots have overall played well against York this season. Fastball misses high and inside to Rodriguez. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As after every pitch, Isaiah Tejeda has been looking over towards first base. He seems real tempted to try to throw over and see what's going on with Justin Trapp. Gauss comes set, the 3-2 pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. Gauss wanted that call. He didn't get it from Fred DeJesus. Back-to-back walks to begin the bottom of the 6th inning, and that's going to bring the Revolution pitching coach, Paul Fletcher, out to the mound to have a conversation. So an opportunity here for the Patriots to try to get a rally going. This now the first time in the ballgame Somerset will have multiple base runners on in the same inning. And it'll be also the first time that Somerset has a runner in scoring position. Again, going into the 6th, Gauss had only allowed 3 base runners, a base hit to Pacioli in the first, a base hit to Christian Marrero in the second, and then a walk to Carlos Guzman in the 5th. Aside from that, he only faced 2 over the minimum through the first 5 innings of this ballgame. But he's allowed a pair of walks to begin the 6th. A 4-pitch walk to Trapp, and then a walk to Alfredo Rodriguez. So runners at first and second. Still nobody out. And Aaron Eggleston comes to the plate, an opportunity to continue this rally and get the Patriots potentially on the scoreboard. Infield plays at double play depth. First pitch to Rodriguez, bluffs a bunt. Takes the fastball outside, 1-0. Well, Gauss is now north of 90 pitches. Just through his 96th pitch of this ballgame. Dwayne Bilo had been getting loose. I imagine there'll be a new pitcher to come in for the Patriots in the top of the 7th. 1-0 coming to Eggleston. In there for a called strike, 1-1. There is a pitcher getting loose in the Revolution bullpen down the left field line. So we'll see how long the leash is for Gauss. He's been extremely impressive, has not allowed a run, has only allowed 2 hits. But he's approaching the century mark. He'll work from the stretch, the 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Eggleston with 31 runs batted in on the season. Left-handed batter against the righty Gauss. 2-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. Looked like it might have been a bit outside, but Eggleston takes a strike and the count runs even at 2-2. Aaron in his 5th season with the Somerset Patriots. An established veteran in this clubhouse. Has worked as the primary starting left fielder for the Patriots so far this season. Been in a bit of a slump, but had a home run in his last game. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, golf towards center field. Back goes Harris, but he'll have enough space. He's underneath it. Tagging up from second is Trapp. Harris's throw will come into third, but it's not in time. Winds up getting cut off by Ryan Dent right in front of the third base bag. So Trapp tags up, gets himself over to third base with less than 2 outs. So now a situation where the Patriots need to at least get 1 run here. They have the heart of their order coming up. It'll be Justin Pacioli. So Eggleston wasn't able to, at the very least, advance Trapp a bag. It's now Trapp at third with excellent speed, Rodriguez at first, and Pacioli at the plate. Eggleston now 0 for 3. Pacioli's 1 for 2. Had an infield single on a softly hit ground ball to the shortstop Ryan Dent back in the first. The only other base hit was Christian Marrero's line drive single to right field in the second. Gauss stays in the game from the stretch. The first pitch to Pacioli misses inside 1-0. And now Gauss officially over 100 pitches. That was just his 101st pitch of the evening. The 1-0 outside. 2 balls and no strikes. It's Trapp off of third base and Rodriguez off of first. The Patriots are trailing by 4 with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gauss is not yet allowed a run. 2-0 pitch coming to Pacioli. In there for a called strike, 2-1. And I don't mind taking a pitch in that situation. You're looking for a pitch to drive. Pacioli, one of the toughest guys on this team to double up. The middle infield plays at double play depth for the Revs. Nash holds on Rodriguez at first. Trienfeld plays close to the line at third, so there is some space on the left side of the infield for Pacioli. 2-1 pitch. Swing on, line drive towards right center field. Over goes Harris. He's not going to get there. He fields it on a hop. In to score from third base is Trapp. Rodriguez will be rounding third. He's going to come home, and he'll score without a throw. It's a 2-run double for Justin Pacioli. The Patriots at long last, they're on the scoreboard. They trim the deficit in half. Now a 4-2 lead for the Revs in the bottom of the 6th. Pacioli comes through. His 25th and 26th runs batted in of the season. Harris fielded the ball on 1 hop, but Rodriguez, with an aggressive third base coach in Glenn Barker, was able to round third base. The throw along the infield was cut off, but it looked like it might have gotten away from the cutoff man. Still no error charged on the play. Rodriguez scores. It's now a 4-2 deficit. Now with that, Jay Gauss's day is going to come to a close. There will be a pitching change here for the Revs, so not the way that Gauss wanted to end it, but he leaves it with the lead. Revolution on top 4-2. We'll take a break for the pitching change on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Lead for the York Revolution. That being said, it looks like Pacioli added maybe a bit too much excitement into this ballgame as the Revolution were bringing in a new pitcher, but there have been a couple of different lights that just went out here at TD Bank Ballpark, and we're going to have to enter a light delay, and unfortunately, this might take some time as the scoreboard has gone out in right field and on pretty much every different light fixture here at TD Bank Ballpark. There are a couple of bulbs that just went out. So the Revolution have now exited the field. The Patriots have exited the field as well. And we might be in for a bit of a delay as the Patriots try to get all the lights going on. This happened one time earlier this season where, I mean, the front office for the Somerset Patriots does an absolutely tremendous job. The operations department, they're able to quickly find what the issue is, remedy it, and get us playing baseball again. So we'll have to take a breather here as we try to find out more information on how long this delay might last. We'll take one more break here on radio and on TV, but we'll come back right after this break. Hopefully I'll have a little more information to see exactly how lengthy this delay might be. But we'll come right back after this on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Outside because it takes a while for all of the energy and everything to get to all of these different light fixtures, so an opportunity to lighten everything up. So it will be a bit of a delay here as we wait for the lights to go on. So for the time being, if you're tuned in on SPN.TV, you could stay with us in this broadcast. We'll keep the crowd mic on so you could hear all of the music in the background, but I won't be talking too much until we get a lot of the lights squared away, but the video will continue on the ESPN broadcast. If you're listening on 1450 WCTC, we're going to throw it into our normal scheduled programming for the time being. Don't be worried if it says that it's a rain delay. It's not a rain delay. We're just throwing it back to our regularly scheduled programming until we get a little more information on exactly how long this process will take. It's taken about 10 minutes in the past. It's taken a little longer a couple of other times, so we'll try to get more information. But for the time being, we'll send it back to our regularly scheduled programming on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. check. Mike, you there? Well, if you're tuning in on SPN.TV, we very much appreciate you guys sticking with us through this little light delay. Kyle Roller has come back to the field. The lights are back on, and we're ready to resume play. First pitch here to Kyle Roller. It's a ground ball that is hit towards first base. It's fielded by the first baseman, Telvin Nash. He steps on the bag himself. Advancing over to third on the plate goes Justin Pacioli. And now runner at third base with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And up to the plate comes Christian Marrero. And welcome back here for our 1450 WCTC listeners as this game has resumed. So a brief light delay, but we have returned to the action. It's Pacioli now over at third base as Kyle Roller, the first batter after the light delay, grounded over to first base on a 3 unassisted. Christian Marrero now at the plate, and he takes a fastball in there for a called strike 0-1. So the night has come to a close for Jay Gauss. He exited really right before the light delay happened. He left the field, and then the lights went out around the entire ballpark. But we have resumed here at 9:13 local time. Christian Marrero takes a strike, and he falls behind in the count 0-2. So there is a new pitcher on the mound here for the York Revolution. After this game has resumed, it's Chase Hutchinson who's out there. So Hutchinson will work against Christian Marrero with Pacioli leading off of third and 2 away. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, if you're just joining us, Pacioli was the beneficiary of a 2-run double right before our light delay. That brought home a pair of runs and trimmed the Patriots' deficit from 4-0 to 4-2. So it was trimmed in half. And now it's Pacioli off of third base. And up to the plate comes Christian Marrero working against the southpaw Chase Hutchinson. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. In there for a called third strike. Hutchinson gets the call from the home plate umpire Fred DeJesus. Marrero disagrees. Pacioli stranded at third. And we will head to the 7th. But 2 runs come home for the Patriots. They now trail by 2 on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Okay, class, as you know, today is career day, and we have a very special guest in.
View a full inventory of new Ford cars and trucks online at Fullerton.com.
Wet wipe?
Tell us the story about the Jersey Devil.
Here's a real Jersey legend about the fireball. They say it was forged in Jersey, a flaming orb that transforms ordinary people into winners!
Fireball from the New Jersey Lottery is real and only for Pick 3 and Pick 4. Play Fireball and you can transform a non-winning ticket into a winner.
Hey, look, I won!
Give your numbers more firepower because anything can happen in Jersey.
Urban legends have feelings too!
For complete family eye care, go with the Patriots. Go see Dr. I.B. Ehrlich and Dr. Martin Storbeck at Bridgewater Optometric Center, located in Pearl Vision at the Somerset Shopping Center. Bridgewater Optometric Center is the official eye doctor of the Somerset Patriots. Bring in your Patriots ticket stub for an additional 5% discount. So a new pitcher in the ballgame now for the Patriots. David Kubiak's night has come to a close. It'll now be Dwayne Below to come onto the mound for Somerset. It's a 4-2 lead for the Revolution. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Revs. 2 runs on 3 hits, and 2 errors for the Patriots. Ryan Dent will lead off the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Dent followed by Alonzo Harris and Alexi Casilla. First pitch from Dwayne Below in for a called strike 0-1. Pacioli's 2-run double in the bottom of the 6th. Got the Patriots within 2. For Dent here swings and lifts 1 to Pacioli at center field. He's able to range in and make the catch, and there's 1 away. So now Alonzo Harris will step in. Harris, a right-handed batter, a very strong player so far this season for the Revs. He is 1 for 2 today, struck out looking in the first, a base hit, and a run scored in the 4th. That opened up the scoring. Fouls off the first pitch fastball here. Drew a walk in the 5th, was caught stealing to end the inning. The Revs have scored at least a run in 3 straight innings. They lead 4-2. Dwayne Below works from the from the stretch, as Harris lines this one over to left field. It's caught by Aaron Eggleston, and there's quickly 2 away. So Dwayne Below entering and getting 2 quick outs. Dent flies out to center, and Harris flies out to left. So 2 out, nobody on. Up to the plate now comes the former Major Leaguer Alexi Casilla. We do have the final line now on both starting pitchers. David Kubiak wound up going 6 innings for the Patriots. He allowed 4 runs, 3 of which were earned on 7 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. First pitch to Casilla is grounded foul down the third base line, 0-1. Meanwhile, for the Revolution, Jay Gauss has come out of this game after 5 1/3 innings. He allows 2 runs, both earned on 3 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And that final line, not really indicative of just how strong Jay Gauss was on the mound. I mean, he allowed the RBI double to Justin Pacioli to get the Patriots within 2 runs, and that was really the lone blemish against him. Casilla grounds this over to short. It's fielded by Rodriguez, and a quick, strong throw onto first in time. It beats Casilla, and that retires the side. So no runs for the Revolution, coming on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll stretch and head to the bottom of the 7th inning on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
RWJ Barnabas Health performs more adult heart transplants than any healthcare system on the East Coast.
I'm still here.
Our kidney transplant program ranks among the nation's top 10.
Still here.
And our lung transplant center is the only one in New Jersey.
I'm not going anywhere.
From corneal and pancreatic transplants to heart, kidney, and lung, our patients aren't who they used to be. They're better. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You will find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
Spearhead Staffing is Somerset County's award-winning IT staffing and recruiting company. From software developers to project managers, Spearhead Staffing can provide a customized recruiting approach for your company's needs. Visit them at spearheadstaffing.com. That's spearheadstaffing.com. We're stretching here at TD Bank Ballpark in the final game of a 3-game series between the Somerset Patriots and the York Revolution. We had a brief light delay that took place at 8:52 Eastern Time, and it extended over to 9:10 p.m. So a light delay of about 18 minutes. But we are back underway. Our scoreboard and our lights are fully functional. And, of course, all the fans have remained in attendance because they're expecting a post-game light display of the fireworks variety. It'll take place beyond our right field scoreboard after the conclusion of tonight's game. All presented by Somerset Healthcare Foundation. But here in the bottom of the 7th inning, there's a new pitcher now on the mound for the York Revolution. Michael Click has now entered this game. So the third different pitcher used by the Revs today, Chase Hutchinson, the Atlantic League All-Star, tossed 2/3 of an inning in the bottom of the 6th to get the Revolution out of further danger. And now Michael Click will step in, the 6'3" righty, to work against Mark Minikazi. First pitch fastball here and misses low, 1 ball and no strikes. Click now in his 4th season in the Atlantic League. Played with the River Sharks in 2014 and 15, the Revs last year, and again with the Revs this year. But this year it has been a fine season for Click. 1-0 with a 2.79 ERA over 39 games played. But the curveball here to Minikazi misses low, and he falls behind 2-0. It was 2 walks to begin the inning for Jay Gauss that eventually spelled the end of the night for him in the 6th. Allowed a pair of walks, and then 2 batters later, Justin Pacioli brought home a pair of runs with a double to right center field. And that chased Gauss. Hutchinson then came on and got both Kyle Roller and Christian Marrero out to end the threat. Both of those guys left-handed batters, as Minikazi here takes a strike, 2-1. So the move certainly made sense for the Revs, and now they go to the righty in the pen, Click, to work against Minikazi, Carlos Guzman, and Jovan Gonzalez. From the stretch, the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs. That one clocked in at 97 miles per hour here at TD Bank Ballpark. And Minikazi's fallen behind 0-2. Minikazi is 0 for 2 today, and he struck out twice. Now 4 for his last 35 from the plate. Lowering his batting average over his last 12 games from 284 down to where it currently stands as of this second at 241. 2-2 pitch. Popped up, right field. Moderately deep, but in comes Jared Mitchell. He'll have enough space. He's underneath it, stares into the pitch black night sky, and makes a one-handed catch. There's one away here in the bottom of the 7th. So Minikazi now 0 for 3. Carlos Guzman will step in. He's 0 for 1. He drew a walk back in the 5th. One of 3 walks allowed by Jay Gauss. The Patriots only have 3 hits so far today. They've had just 5 total base runners. Guzman, a left-handed batter to work against Click here. Waves the two-tone bat above his left shoulder. The right-handed pitcher, Click, comes set. From the stretch, first pitch, it's a fastball, misses low, 1-0. Guzman, with that walk, has now reached base safely in 18 of his last 22 ball games. But again, he's looking to add a little more in the power department. He has just 1 RBI over his last 12. The 1-0. Misses low and inside. Actually gets away from Tejeda. Missed well low and well inside. 2 balls and no strikes now to Guzman. Carlos with only 3 home runs so far this year. In fact, the last home run that Carlos Guzman hit was back on July 16th, just after the All-Star break. Again, the 3 home runs, not exactly what Guzman would be looking for. Got off to a bit of a slow start, but he had a fine month of June. And now looking to bounce back here in August. 2-0 is grounded towards the right side, and it deflects off the glove of the second baseman, Casilla. It rolls into right field. It'll be a base hit for Guzman. That's just the 4th hit of the ballgame for Somerset. Guzman takes first. Now the Patriots, they will bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and it will be Jovan Gonzalez. So Guzman reaching base 2 times here. Now it's Jovan Gonzalez to step in. It hasn't been the day that Gonzalez has been looking for. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout in the 2nd inning an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play in the fifth. He's 0 for 2. But he's been playing well as of late, sandwiched around missing 4 straight games at the end of the Sugarland Skeeter series in the first game of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs series here, with a bit of some soreness in his shoulder. But he's back into the lineup now. Again, a .319 batter on the year. Guzman off of first. Gonzalez is the tying run. Click comes set. First pitch to Jovan, in for a called strike, 0-1. Now Gonzalez has hit safely in 9 of his last 11 ball games. He's reached base safely in 10 of his last 11. A .292 batter over 7 games against the York Revolution so far this year. He does have a pair of RBI against the Revs. One of those quite notable. Click takes his time. The 0-1 to Gonzalez. Off-speed pitch, it misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. As has been well documented so far this season, Jovan Gonzalez has 4 walk-off winners for the Patriots. One of those came against the Revolution. You could go all the way back to May 6th, when Jovan Gonzalez had a walk-off single against the Revs. That came in the bottom of the 9th inning to win the ballgame 3-2 for Somerset. Lifts this one to deep right center field. Over goes Harris. He makes a diving catch. Oh, what a play by Alonzo Harris. Oh, my word. He absolutely robs Jovan Gonzalez. That is about as fine of a play as you will see this season. He gets some applause from Patriots fans. And the entire infield for the Revs turned around and cheered him on. Boy, I am glad with this tonight was an SPN.TV game, because we should have video of that one. That was a tremendous diving play by Alonzo Harris, absolutely robbing Jovan Gonzalez. If he doesn't make that play, there's a chance that Carlos Guzman scores from first, and we have ourselves a 1-run ball game. That was a full extension dive in right center field with his back almost towards the infield. I mean, he was going back to the deepest part of the ballpark. As the first pitch to Trapp here misses low, 1-0. I mean, it looked like he was flying through the air on that one. Full extension, and he's able to track it down. A tremendous diving catch. And we've talked on broadcast before about how strong some of these center fielders are in the Atlantic League, defensively speaking. And Alonzo Harris right there, no exception. 1-0 to Trapp, in there for a called strike, 1-1. I mean, we might have to cut off that highlight for the Revs and give it to them so they could potentially submit it to SportsCenter for a hashtag SC Top 10 play. I mean, that was just a tremendous, absolutely tremendous catch by Alonzo Harris in center field. I can't talk enough about it, to be honest. 1-1 here to Trapp, swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. But now in this situation, the Patriots have to collect themselves. They were close to potentially getting within 1 run of the Revolution, but now you have a runner at first with 2 out, and Justin Trapp at the plate. Trapp 0 for 1. He drew a walk back in the 6th inning to lead off that inning. Eventually scored on the Pacioli 2-run double. 1-2 pitch from Click. Misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Revs. 2 runs on 4 hits, and 2 errors for the Patriots. Alfredo Rodriguez awaits on deck, hoping for an opportunity. Click looking to toss a scoreless inning, a clean sheet here in the bottom of the 7th. There is another reliever getting loose in the Revs bullpen down the left field line. 2-2 to Trapp, swing and a miss, strike 3. Click gets the strikeout, that retires the side. No runs for the Patriots. Comes on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base, and 1 tremendous catch from Alonzo Harris. We'll head to the 8th. Revs lead 4-2 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com. Have your monthly telephone costs been on the rise? Are you looking for better ways to commute with your customers and remote employees, or perhaps you're planning to move or expand your business? Ideacom Communications Group can help. Ideacom is a local, reputable company with the experience to provide a solution that's right for your business. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team by calling them today at 973-857-4440. That's one call that'll save you time and money. Dwayne Bilo remains in the ballgame here for the Patriots. As we move to the top of the 8th inning, it'll be Isaiah Tejeda to lead off for York. Tejeda followed by Michael Burgess and Telvin Nash, with the Revolution on top 4-2 over the Patriots in tonight's series finale. Bilo comes set. First pitch to Tejeda, in for a called strike, despite Tejeda sort of spinning out of the way, and the count 0-1. Bilo came on for the 7th inning, worked a quick 1-2-3 inning, got Dent to fly out to center, Harris to left, and Casilla to ground out to shortstop. So after not throwing too many pitches, Bilo comes back on. In fact, he only threw 6 pitches in that 7th inning. Here, Tejeda grounds one foul. Didn't sound great off the bat, so I think he might have broke it. And he's starting to turn around to the Revolution dugout, and he'll get a new piece of lumber as he falls behind in the count 0-2. But for Dwayne Bilo here, now it's an opportunity for a little bit of redemption. The last time that Bilo was on the mound for the Patriots certainly didn't go the way that he would hope for. In fact, he's had a couple of real rough outings in a row. Last time out here at TD Bank Ballpark against the Blue Crabs on August 5th, he allowed 3 runs on 3 hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout over just 1 inning. 2 appearances ago against the Sugarland Skeeters allowed 3 runs over 1 inning of work as well. So he has allowed 6 runs over his last 2 innings, and that stretch had increased his ERA on the season from 2.06 up to 3.15. So he's looking to right the ship. He had a very strong 7th inning. Now working here against the heart of the order in the 8th. Tejeda grounds this one underneath Bilo's glove and up the middle into center field for a base hit. So Isaiah Tejeda gets himself a base hit here. That is his 2nd hit of the ballgame, 3rd time he's been on base. He was also hit by a pitch in the 6th. 8th hit of the ballgame for the Revolution. So leadoff base runner aboard. They're looking for some insurance runs in an important ballgame. As we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard for the first time today. Of course, the Patriots, they already have their playoff spot locked up. Meanwhile, the Revs, they did not lock up a playoff spot in the first half. And entering today, just 1 game behind entering tonight's game, 1 game behind the Barnstormers after Lancaster lost earlier today. First pitch from Bilo spiked in the dirt. It deflects off of Jovan Gonzalez and rolls to the backstop. It'll be a wild pitch against Dwayne Bilo, allowing Tejeda to advance to second base, with Michael Burgess at the plate, now a 1-0 count. Other games that have gone final today, the Long Island Ducks defeated the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4-1 earlier at Bethpage Ballpark, and the New Britain Bees defeated the Sugarland Skeeters 7-3 over at New Britain Stadium. So there's only 2 games that are still going on. Patriots and the Revs here in the top of the 8th, and the Lancaster Barnstormers and the Bridgeport Bluefish in the top of the 7th. 1-0 pitch to Burgess, in there for a called strike, 1-1. The Bluefish took game 1 of today's single admission doubleheader against the Barnstormers 7-1 after they put up 17 runs against Lancaster last night. Bridgeport took game 1, which allowed the Revs to enter this ballgame just 1 behind the Barnstormers. But now in game 2 of their doubleheader over in South Central Connecticut, it's the Lancaster Barnstormers leading the Bridgeport Bluefish 7-5. And because it's game 2, I imagine it's only scheduled to go 7. I don't have a confirmation on that, so we'll see what happens after the 7th inning comes to a close. But the Barnstormers are leading that one, a game that is of very much importance to the York Revolution. Bilo comes set, the one, now time is asked for by Jovan Gonzalez right before Bilo delivered the ball. So a lot of time in between these pitches. Freddie DeJesus, the home plate umpire, popped out from behind home plate and started signaling around the infield a little bit after Bilo's last pitch. So with Gonzalez asking for time, now Burgess will step back into the batter's box. And Bilo will work from the stretch. Tejeda off of second base. Not a large lead for Tejeda. 1-1 coming to Burgess, and it's fouled off. Burgess, every time he swings, he does not get cheated at the plate. He has a big old cut, that time fouling it off. Ball and 2 strikes. So the Revolution entered today 1 game behind the Barnstormers for first place in the Freedom Division. You can look over to the Liberty Division also, and it's a very tightly contested division right now. The Ducks did get themselves a favor by defeating the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs today 4-1. We'll get into that in a second. Leading off of off the second is Tejeda, the 1-2 from Bilo. Grounded over towards short. In the vacated hole, it gets into left field. Tejeda will stop at third. Alfredo Rodriguez was shaded towards the second base bag with the left-handed hitting Burgess and holding on Tejeda at second. And Burgess just slapped at the ball, a soft ground ball that got through the left side where Rodriguez otherwise would have played at normal depth. And runners at first and third now. Pair of base hits for the Revolution here in the top of the 8th inning. It's Tejeda at third, and now Burgess over at first as Telvin Nash will step in. Nash had an RBI double with 2 out, just past the diving Mark Minikazi in the 6th inning, his last time up. And now has an opportunity to extend the lead for the Revs. 4 runs on 9 hits for York. Bilo from the stretch, first pitch to Nash. Fastball in there at the knees for a strike, going 1. Well, the Liberty Division standings going into tonight's ball game, after Bridgeport had won earlier today, it was the Bluefish in first, the Ducks were a half game back in second, and the Patriots were 1 game back in third. I get the feeling that all 3 of these teams are going to be neck and neck throughout the course of the rest of the season. 0-1 to Nash, a curveball spiked in the dirt. Gonzalez can't find it, and that'll allow Burgess to take second base. Holding at third is Tejeda. That'll be another wild pitch against Dwayne Bilo, his second of the inning. Now runners at second and third, still nobody out, first base unoccupied. And with that, the double play is no longer set up, so the Patriots will bring the infield in to work against Telvin Nash. Now 12 RBI over his first 12 games of the season with York. One pitch from Bilo. Swing and a miss. Nash out in front there. A ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Patriots have had some dramatic wins this season and have had some dramatic wins against the York Revolution. So York very much realizes this is a big opportunity with the infield drawn in. A base hit could potentially double this lead. Nash lifts the 1-2 sky high to center field. That'll likely get a run home. Pacioli's underneath it. He'll make the catch. Taking up from third is Tejeda. Pacioli's throw comes to third. So Tejeda scores all the way from third base. A sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Telvin Nash. And the Revolution now lead 5-2 in the top of the 8th inning. So all things considered, not the worst case scenario there for the Patriots, but Tejeda is able to score. It's the second RBI of the ballgame for Telvin Nash. Now his 13th RBI of the season. Burgess holds at second base. Out to the plate now, Dyrone Verona, a right-handed batter. The infield will now back up with 1 away. Outfield plays straight up against Verona, who's 0 for 2 today, was hit by a pitch his last time up. First pitch here from Bilo, right down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. Fastball here, and for a called strike again from Bilo, 0-2. Bilo, of course, a part of a very strong bullpen that features 4 different major league arms, along with Dustin Antolin, A.J. Akhter, and Dustin Mollican. 0-2 curveball misses low, and it bounces over Gonzalez. It rolls to the backstop, and Burgess will advance to third. That's the 3rd wild pitch thrown by Dwayne Bilo in this inning. He allowed a leadoff base hit to Isaiah Tejeda, who then advanced on a wild pitch to second. Burgess then with a single advanced Tejeda to third. Burgess then moved to second on a wild pitch. Sacrifice fly from Telvin Nash brought home Tejeda, and now another wild pitch advances Burgess over to third. So with 1 away, the Patriots will bring their infield in once again. They're trailing by 3 runs, don't want to let more get on the scoreboard for the Revs. With 1 away in the top of the 8th inning. 1-2 pitch. Misses low, and it's spiked again in front of home plate, but this time Gonzalez able to smother it. And Bilo sort of points at Jovan, saying, "Thank you, I appreciate it" on that one. Bilo trying to test Dyrone Verona and see if he might go fishing. And Jovan Gonzalez has certainly been put to work here in the top of the 8th. But Burgess holds at third, and it's now a 2-2 count with Verona at the plate. Here's the pitch from Bilo. It's lifted foul down the right field line. It'll land out of play. So the count holds at 2-2. Outfield plays straight up. Infield plays in. Awaiting on deck is Jared Mitchell. Verona just 1 for 4 against the Patriots. Now playing in his second game against Somerset this season. 2-2 pitch from Bilo. Misses low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Verona has a hit in 7 of his last 8 ball games. Has now been with the Revs for almost 2 months. First game came back on June 21st. This year is the first time the Patriots are seeing him. Takes a fastball here on the inside corner for a called third strike. Verona disagrees. He has some words for Freddie DeJesus behind home plate. DeJesus just stares him down as Verona slowly starts to walk back towards the Revolution dugout. A big strikeout there for Dwayne Bilo. Now with 2 away, the infield can back up. They'll put on a slight shift with Jared Mitchell to step in. So that's the first strikeout for Dwayne Bilo in this outing. He's allowed 1 run so far here in the 8th inning, but if he can get Mitchell out here, you would consider that a small victory for the Major League Southpaw. First pitch to Mitchell, swing and a miss, 0-1. I mean, the Revs, they had runners at second and third with nobody out here in the 8th inning. And if Bilo can get through Mitchell, who is 2 for 3, Mitchell's had a strong day, including a solo home run in the 5th, base hit and a stolen base in the 6th. Get through Mitchell, try to give the Patriots offense an opportunity to cut into this lead. 0-1 curve, swing and a miss. And Mitchell falls behind 0-2. Mitchell coming into this ballgame ranking 11th in the Atlantic League in batting, 5th in doubles. Has 25 doubles on the year. That's just a 185 batter against Somerset coming into tonight. He's 2 for 3, looking for another hit here. The infield plays back, a slight shift to the right side, as Mitchell asks for time right before Bilo is ready to deliver home. Jared Mitchell has now reached base safely in 22 of his last 26 ball games. He has Burgess off of third. The 0-2 pitch from Bilo. Bloop towards left field. In comes Eggleston, racing over. He slides and makes a fine play. He robs Jared Mitchell of a base hit. That gets the Patriots through the inning. 1 run comes home for the Revs. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. York leads 5-2 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
Mommy, can you help me get my jelly bean? It's stuck.
Sure, honey. Where?
In my ear.
From beans to bumps, we're ready for you. Hunterdon Healthcare Urgent Care. Hunterdon Healthcare, your full circle of care.
Is a leading provider of information systems and services. Our staff of certified network professionals deliver world-class consulting, design, implementation, integration, administration, and maintenance of computing systems and networks, as well as system support services and custom software development. Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems is the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. Alfredo Rodriguez will lead it off for the Patriots here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's a new pitcher in the ballgame now for the York Revolution. It looks like that is Ricardo Gomez that's on the mound here. So Gomez will take over for Michael Click. Gomez will now be the 4th different pitcher used by the York Revolution today. Click wound up going 1 inning, allowing 1 hit, but no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. So Gomez in. First pitch to Alfredo Rodriguez misses for a ball, 1-0. It'll be the top of the order for the Patriots, and certainly a good opportunity to try to cut back into this lead. They trail by 3. 1-0 to Rodriguez. The curveball misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Rodriguez, Eggleston, and Pacioli due up. Just 2 runs on 4 hits so far for the Patriots. Meanwhile, 5 runs on 9 hits for the Revolution. 2-0 from Gomez, in for a called strike, 2-1. The Revs have handed this ballgame over to their bullpen. We saw Chase Hutchinson, who's been impressive this season. Michael Click. Now it is Ricardo Gomez, potentially setting the stage for, I believe it would be Brad Allen in the 9th inning. Rodriguez takes a fastball for a called strike here, 2-2. Gomez 2-2 this season with a 2.95 ERA. Overall, the Revolution have one of the best bullpens in the Atlantic League. Their problem, more so this year, has been getting to those bullpens with the lead. The starting pitching hasn't been exactly what they were looking for, but it's turned around as of late, including a strong performance tonight from Jay Gauss. Fastball here, misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 2, but he drew a walk back at the 6th inning, came around to score on the Pacioli RBI double. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Rodriguez swings right through it, and there's 1 away. Now the 9th strikeout of the ballgame for Revolution pitching. Rodriguez 0 for 3. Up to the plate will come Aaron Eggleston. He also is 0 for 3. I mean, you could go back to the bottom of the 7th inning. Patriots had a runner at first with 1 away. Yovan Gonzalez came up. And if not for a unbelievable diving play by Alonzo Harris in right center field, might have been a 1-run ballgame at the time. Off-speed pitch here to Eggleston, misses inside to the lefty. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 now to Eggleston, in for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eggleston has struck out twice today and flew out to center field in the 6th. So a situation here where the Patriots hasn't been a great homestand for them. 1-1 misses low and inside, 2-1. They dropped 2 of 3 to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and right now are in danger of dropping 2 of 3 to the Revolution. And TD Bank Ballpark has been very kind to the Somerset Patriots so far this year. 2-1 pitch here to Eggy is lined towards center field. It drops in over the head of the shortstop Brian Dent. Aaron Eggleston with his first base hit of the ballgame. He's now hit safely in 3 straight games. Certainly promising for Eggleston. The Patriots have a runner at first with 1 away for the middle of their order, and Justin Pacioli. Pacioli 2 for 3, had a 2-run double his last time up. But just to provide some context for the Patriots, I mean, overall this season, even going into today, Somerset 34-18 at home. It's one of the strongest home records in the Atlantic League. This place has been as close to a fortress for the Patriots as they could ask for. But the homestand hasn't brought as much luck to Somerset after they had a 6-game road trip down in the Lone Star State. Pacioli at the plate here. First pitch fastball in for a strike, 0-1. It's been a strong day for Pacioli, which is certainly great to see. Over his last 5 ball games before tonight, Pacioli was just 1 for 18 from the plate with 1 walk. It was a brief spell that dropped his batting average down to .297. Takes a pitch low here. 1 ball and 1 strike. So certainly nice to see him turn it around. I mean, there was a stretch for Pacioli recently where he had hit safely in 9 of 10 ball games and scored a run in 9 of 10 games as well. But then went 1 for 18 over his last 5 before his 2 for 3 performance today. This one misses outside from Gomez. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Pacioli works against Gomez, the 2016 Atlantic League All-Star. Had a 2.31 ERA over 49 games with the Revs last year. A long-time member of the Atlantic League. Real long time. 2-1 in there at the knees for a called strike. 2-2. I mean, for Gomez, he pitched with the Long Island Ducks in 2015, but then the Revs in 2014, 2012, 2011. You could even go back to 2010 when he made 43 appearances with the Long Island Ducks as well. So he is quite familiar here with the Atlantic League. He works from the stretch, the 2-2 to Pacioli, swing and a miss, strike 3. A 95-mile-per-hour fastball from Ricardo Gomez. The 39-year-old. And Pacioli set down. There's 1 away for Kyle Roller. 2 away for Kyle Roller. 2 strikeouts now for Gomez. Roller will step in. And, of course, Somerset would have loved to get Pacioli on base there. Would have set the stage for Roller to potentially tie up the ballgame. Instead, he comes up just with Eggleston at first, and the first pitch here from Gomez at the knees for a called strike 0-1. Gomez continues to work from the stretch. Eggleston does not have a large lead at first. 0-1 to Roller. Misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. This is now the 5th season in York for Gomez, his 8th in the Atlantic League. Began the season in the Mexican League. He is the Revs' all-time earned run average leader. He has played in so many games here as a reliever for York that he has become a qualified pitcher for ERA. He's got a career ERA for the Revolution that stands at just 2.34. That's how strong he has been for York. Dominican Republic countryman delivers a 2-2 to Roller, who fouls it off to stay alive. Roller's 0 for 3 today. He had hit safely in 6 of 7 games, had reached base safely in 7 straight. And over his last 7 ball games, Roller has 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in. Now 16 home runs and 49 ribeye steaks on the season. He loved to bite into another one right here. Patriots trailing by 3. Runner at first, 2 down, bottom of the 8th. Pitch from Gomez. Misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So that'll give Eggleston a head start off of first. Roller's first game with the Patriots was back on May 26th, but he's been so strong for Somerset. Oh, so it's just a 2-2 count. The scoreboard was off here at TD Bank Ballpark. It's a 2-2 count to Roller. But he's been so strong that he ranks among league leaders already in home runs and runs batted in, despite really not playing in the first month of the season. In fact, he's 6th in the league in home runs, 13th in runs batted in. Takes a curveball low here. Eggleston holds it first as the ball briefly gets away from Tejeda. And now the count runs full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Infield plays back, for the most part, straight up against Roller. Outfield plays deep. He has power to all sides of the field. Gomez from the belt. Eggleston takes off. The 3-2 is ripped down the left field line, tailing towards the foul pole, and it is just a foul ball. Roller stood at home plate and watched that one sky just foul, maybe about 3 or 4 feet foul down the left field line. It stayed in the field of play, so it would not have been a home run for Kyle Roller. Instead, it's just a foul ball. Eggleston likely would have scored had that ball been fair. But it's still a full count here with 2 out in the bottom of the 8th, and the Patriots behind by 3 runs. Christian Marrero awaits on deck. He's 1 for 3 today. Payoff pitch coming here to Roller. In there for a called 3rd strike. Roller watches a fastball at the knees. Gomez gets out of the inning, and we'll head to the 9th. York leads by 3 on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
We the people are tired of being surprised with extra monthly fees. We want HD and every box and DVR all included. Because we don't like surprises.
Yes, like changing up the celebrity at the end to someone more handsome and talented.
Really?
And British. It's
switch from cable to DirecTV. Get an all-included package for $25 a month. And for a limited time, get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Commercial building leaking or outdated or needs repair work, homeowners, building owners, Thomas Espillardo Roofing installs all types of roofing, including large-scale commercial flat roof projects and shingles for your home. Thomas Espillardo Roofing, LLC is your local roofing experts proudly serving Somerset County. Call us today at 732-560-7500 or visit us online at thomasespillardoroofing.com. There's a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Patriots as we move to the top of the ninth inning. Dwayne Belo's day has come to a close. He tosses 2 innings, allows 1 run earned on 2 hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout. And now the Patriots, they turn to the bullpen, and they'll bring in Dustin Mollican, another former major leaguer that Somerset can boast. Pitched in the big leagues last year with the Detroit Tigers, making his major league debut. He'll step on the rubber here and work against the 8, 9, and 1 batters for the Revs, with York on top by 3. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Revolution. 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors for the Somerset Patriots. Carlos Trienfeld will lead off. He's 0 for 3 so far today with a pair of strikeouts. Mollican works from the stretch. Tall dude. First pitch swing in his Trienfeld lifts it foul down the right field line 0-1. Mollican stands at 6'4", 230 pounds. Currently resides in Tempe, Arizona. Most recently played with the Toledo Mud Hens, AAA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. He's been strong so far here with the Patriots. Real nice arm that Somerset can boast at the back end of their bullpen. Curveball here misses outside, 1-1. Mollican joined the team back in early July. He has now made 12 appearances. He's 2-1 with a 4.09 ERA. But that really comes off of just a couple of tough outings. Trienfeld grounds this one over to second. It's knocked down by Trapp, and then collects the ball and fires it onto first base for out number 1. So Trienfeld now 0 for 2. And he was one of the guys that had been playing very well for York. In fact, he was a combined 3 for 6 with an RBI and a pair of runs in yesterday's doubleheader. Had a hit in 18 of his last 20 ball games, an RBI, and 11 RBI over his last 12 coming into today. But he's 0 for 4. Now there's 1 away, and Ryan Dent steps in. Dent is 0 for 3. First pitch here to Dent is fouled off, 0-1. I mean, the 2 tough outings for Mollican. July 18th against the Bluefish, he allowed 3 runs, 2 earned over 1 inning of work. And then July 31st against the Skeeters, allowed 2 runs over 1 inning as well. And he's made a couple of other appearances where pitched a third of an inning or 2/3 of an inning. Fastball here in there for a called strike, 0-2. So his ERA stands at 4.09, but I really don't think that's entirely indicative of how strong he's been with the Patriots so far. 14 strikeouts against 6 walks and 11 innings of work. He also has a save. From the stretch, 0-2, trots softly along the infield. Marrero fields at first, and he'll await Ryan Dent to apply the tag. Dent taps Marrero on the shoulder, and a very nice soft tag from Christian Marrero. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. So 2 batters, 2 up, 2 down on 2 groundouts. Now we move back to the top of the order. Alonzo Harris will have his 5th plate appearance. 1 for 3 today. He also has drawn a walk. He has scored a run. Had the first base hit of the ballgame for the Revs. I mean, we could go back to the early stages of this one. David Kubiak was 9 up, 9 down through the first 3. Fastball here from Mollican misses high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. It was a perfect first 3 innings for Kubiak, but then Harris led off the 4th inning with a base hit to center field. The ball bounced away from Justin Pacioli. Eventually, he scored on an Isaiah Tejeda RBI single. Here, Harris turns on one, rips it towards left field. It'll one-hop against the wall, fielded by Eggleston. Harris rounds first. He'll head into second base safely with a 2-out double. Second hit of the ball game for Alonzo Harris, a 2-out base runner. Now up to the plate comes Alexi Casilla. That's now the 10th hit of the ballgame for the Revs. Strong day at the plate for them after they were completely shut down in the first third of this one. So Casilla is switch hitter. He'll bat from the left side. Infield will make its necessary changes. Alonzo Harris will lead off of second, and what a stretch it's been for Alonzo Harris. The first two games before coming into this series, the last two games, I should say, before this series, he had a pair of donuts at the plate as Casilla swings through the fastball here 0-1. But before Harris had a couple of offers, he had gone on a 13-game hit streak from July 21st through August 4th. And that was as impressive a 13-game stretch for anybody in the entire Atlantic League so far this season. 0-1 to Casillas fouled off, 0-2. Over those 13 games, Harris went 26 for 56 from the plate. That is nearly a 500 batting average. In addition to that, over those 13 games, Harris hit 7 home runs and drove home 20 runs. 7 homers, 20 RBI, and a batting average near 500 over a 13-game stretch. That's one of the reasons why Harris's numbers have all of a sudden over the last couple of weeks really blossomed into some of the best numbers for any player in the entire Atlantic League. He takes a large lead off of second. 0-2 pitch from Malikin coming here to Casilla. Misses low and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harris also entered this ballgame with the 4th best batting average in the Atlantic League. He leads the league in runs scored. He's now added his 63rd run of the season earlier today. Continues to lead the league. Casilla hoping to bring him home for another insurance run. 1-2 pitch. Curveball grounded over towards second. Trapp gets in front, collects, and fires onto first, but it's not in time. Casilla able to beat it out. It was a softly hit ground ball to the right side. Trapp had to range then to his left into shallow right field to collect it, and wasn't able to get a very strong throw onto first base. It was accurate, but Casilla, running from the left-handed batter's box, able to sprint down the first base line, beat it out for an infield single. In addition, on that play, over to third goes Alonzo Harris. So now runners on the corners with 2 out, and the number 3 batter, Isaiah Tejeda, steps in. So after Malikin quickly had 2 out, nobody on, a pair of base hits to the first 2 batters in the lineup for the Revs have opened up an opportunity to extend their lead. Malikin will come set. First pitch to Tejeda. Swing and a miss. Fastball clocked here at 96 miles per hour. And the count 0-1. In the bottom of the 9th inning, with the Patriots trailing, they'll have their 5, 6, 7 batters due up. It'll be Christian Marrero, Mark Minikazi, and Carlos Guzman. Right now, they trail by 3. 0-1 to Tejeda, popped up along the infield. Underneath it is Justin Trapp at second. Along the infield grass, he makes the catch, and that retires the side. So Malikin gets out of the inning unscathed. As we head to the bottom of the 9th, the Patriots, they are trailing by 3 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Enjoy a Patriots game in style from the Diamond Club. This large private suite has great views featuring indoor and outdoor seating and has our largest all-you-can-eat premium buffet menu. It's a great location for your next family party or corporate meeting. Call the Patriots Group Sales Department at 908-252-0700 to book the Diamond Club today. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning here. It's Mark Schwartz on the call. Mike Lawrence running the boards back on the radio side of things for 1450 WCTC. We've got the Chris Drabick, Jonathan Danica, and everyone's favorite baseball encyclopedia, Ed Fagan, running the SPN broadcast to the booth to my left. It'll be Christian Marrero to lead off for the Patriots in the bottom of the ninth. Marrero, Mark Minicozzi, and Carlos Guzman as they work against Brad Allen on the mound here for the Revolution, the fifth different pitcher used by the Revs here tonight. It was Jay Gauss who was the starting pitcher. He went 5 1/3. Chase Hutchinson tossed 2/3 of a scoreless 2/3 innings. Michael Click with a scoreless 7th. Ricardo Gomez a scoreless 8th. And now Brad Allen looks to continue that trend here in the ninth. First pitch to Marrero, lifted towards deep center. Back goes Harris, and right in front of the warning track, he runs it down. One pitch and one loud out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Well, Marrero gave that ball a ride deep as part of the ballpark. I mean, 402 to straightaway center field, but what some fans might not realize is that when you get to straightaway center field, it is a horizontal flat line towards right center field. So the Couch Bronze-Door sign here at TD Bank Ballpark is actually the deepest part of the ballpark in right center field, slightly deeper than straightaway center. Mark Minicozzi steps in here, and the first pitch from Brad Allen misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. It's 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the Revs. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Patriots. Minicozzi takes a strike at the knees here, 1-1. Be sure to stay tuned to the Flemington Department Store postgame show after the conclusion of this ball game. If you're listening on 1450 WCTC, Minicozzi grounds this one over towards third. It's tracked down by Trienfeld. Fields spins and fires on to first base, and the Patriots are now down to their final out of this ball game. But stay tuned to the Flemington Department Store postgame show. We will have the highlights from this ball game. We'll go over the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll give the My Rewards code again, and we will set the stage for the Patriots' 4-game road trip against the Lancaster Barnstormers. That begins tomorrow over at Clipper Magazine Stadium. And now it's Carlos Guzman at the plate. Somerset trailing by 3. 2 out, nobody on. First pitch to Carlos misses for a ball, 1-0. Guzman lifts this one over towards deep left field. Back goes Verona near the warning track right in front of the fence. He runs it down, and that ends the ball game. Brad Allen tosses a 1-2-3 bottom of the ninth inning, and the Patriots, they drop 2 of 3 to the Revolution here at TD Bank Ballpark. Your final score for today's series finale, the Revolution take it 5-2 over the Patriots. For everyone that's tuned in on SPN.TV, we very much appreciate you guys that have watched the video throughout the course of this entire ball game, both on SPN.TV, on Facebook, on YouTube as well. We very much appreciate it. We're going to cut things off for the video broadcast, so thank you again for tuning in. If you're listening on radio, we'll come back for the Flemington Department Store postgame show. All that coming up next on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.